Yo, listen, man. It's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, and I want y'all to know that I don't want y'all to rush my guy Cam Thomas back, man. Don't try to aggravate the injury. Don't try to make it worse because we fanning so much that we gotta have Cam Thomas. We just got three straight. LaMelo Ball is not on the roster because of an unfortunate circumstance. But case in point, they lose a lot of their scoring power and shit. We just came off a 3-game win streak. I say we go out there without Cam Thomas and put in that work. The Brooklyn Nets should be able to go in there and take care of business, go in there and stand on business, huh? They need to go in there and they should be able to win this game. Like, come on, man, you serious? The Brooklyn Nets should be able to win this game without Cam Thomas. Do not rush him back for the Charlotte Hornets. Respectfully, respectfully, don't rush him back for the Charlotte Hornets. Like, are you serious? Listen, I got you, Leaf. Hold up. This is what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, we just seen that we could put up a lot of points without Cam Thomas on the roster. We seen when we collectively do it, we lead the league in rebounding. We've seen that. Oh yeah, you heard what I said. I said we lead the league in rebounding. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me because we was a bad rebounding team for 2-3 seasons in a row? You don't believe me? You don't think that's true? Y'all think I'm capping? Y'all think I'm glazing the nets? Nah, nah. We number one in the league. When the last time the Brooklyn Nets, besides this season, been number one in the league and rebounding? Please tell me. Yo, don't rush Cam Thomas back for no Charlotte Hornets, man. If you ain't hear nothing else I said, shout to Brockwork. If you ain't hear nothing else I said, listen, man. We 2 minutes in. First in rebounding, man. 11 points per game, 14 assists per game, 19th. We were 20th. We went from 22nd to 20th to 19th. And besides the number being 19, what really went down is the number of points that we given up. The difference between 115.3 and 113.9 is a gap that's growing. Before it was close, it was less than 1 point. So it was like, again, we have 500 ball club. So it's, you know what I mean? So, but in that, it's not like we 19 and 19, right? We're 11th in points and 19 on the defense. So my thing is our offense is better than our defense, and that's without Cam Thomas and Ben Simmons on the roster. So what does that mean? I'm gonna bring the guys in so we could discuss what does that mean. And if you didn't hear nothing else that I said, the Brooklyn Nets should beat the Charlotte Hornets without Cam Thomas. We shouldn't be like, oh, we need you to come back, Cam. We're playing the Charlotte Hornets. We should be going in there, getting it done. That's what I'm saying. And Cole Smith says, I'm always looking forward to getting your perspective on Nets basketball, Breezy. I agree with you about Cam Thomas' return, Cam T's return. Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man. Listen, I seen everybody all hype about Cam Thomas coming back, and I am too. He's my favorite player. And listen, for him to show up and he's 100%, yes, let's do it. But if we know that he's just gonna go because he's the type of player like a Kobe who will play through an injury, then no. You gotta be wise and have people around him that care about his career. And if this ball club is going to be serious, like a winning ball club, like we could be a winning ball team, like a team. If we got to protect our players. The Brooklyn Nets is already notoriously known for giving players a second chance on their career. Ben Simmons, Ed Sumner, Kevin Durant. Bruh, the list goes on and on. So if they do that, then they can do, like, if they do that, it wouldn't surprise me that they would be interested in Cam Thomas for his career. Now, I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm not. We all Nets fans here. Mikal Bridges was expected to be the franchise player. I've heard that. Do you think that Cam Thomas is the franchise player, or we really not doing that? Right? We really focus on the team and we're not trying to make one player stand out. Because I prefer the latter. As much as I love Cam Thomas, like he's my favorite player, pause or whatever. I really expect for to see a teamwork. I'd rather see teamwork make the dream work. I'd rather see teamwork make the dream work. Brockwork says, I agree, but it's a perfect game for him to come back if he's ready. True. I'm with you on that. I'm just with you on that. Claude Smith says the Nets should beat the Hornets without Cam Thomas and Ben. That's a fact. All facts. Brockwork says he probably wants to play to make sure not only does he gain chemistry again, but to make sure he plays enough games to win an award if he plays well enough this season. That's true. You have to clear 65 games to win the award. Wow. That's going to change a lot of that, the way how competitive it could be far as contention to qualify, because you have to qualify with the games being at 65. So that's interesting. That's interesting take, Brockwork. Shout out to you. I'm gonna leave this actual take on the screen. I want to see how we how y'all feel in the chat. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. We're gonna leave Brockwork comment on the screen and we're gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever in the chat, I want y'all to speak to Brockwork's comment, because this is a dope comment. I don't want to leave this. I want to stay here, because this is exactly what I'm seeing about it. Again, I'll read it again. He says he probably wants to play to make sure not only does he gain chemistry again, but to make sure he plays enough games to win an award if he plays well enough this season. Leaf. Shout out to Leaf. What up, Leaf?
What's good, bro?
This Brockwork's comment. You how you feel about it?
Yeah, I think he probably does want to gain chemistry with this with this lineup, particularly because got to remember before he got hurt, Claxton and Cam Johnson wasn't part of that lineup, so I think him coming back and trying to get some type of chemistry with him early in a warm up game like the Hornets, I think that'll be key.
Yeah, that's what's up. Claude Smith, he says we have a different vibe now than the previous 2 seasons. It's like a family. It's exciting. The roster and JV are all on the same page. I agree with you, Claude Smith. I feel like the bench mob is back. I said that a few streams ago. I think the fact that you get Giles jumping off the bench, he ain't getting no playing time. Yeah, but the whole vibe of happy to be there. You know what I mean? Seeing Giles hop off the bench, he's like, maybe if JV see me happy, because remember last season it was like, oh, look at Cam Thomas, he's being the side, he's he want to play, so look, that's why he's looking like that. But that's how generally how he is, he's like, when he's not playing, he looks like he wants to play basketball, right? When he's not playing basketball, it looks like he wants to play basketball. And the only time you really see him happy is after he wins the game. You know what I mean? It looked like he really likes to compete. Again, he's my favorite player. And hopefully we keep these players on the same team for at least 2 seasons. I'll say that. I would like to see Lonnie Walker the fourth, Cam Thomas, Spencer Dinwiddie, Royce O'Neal, I'm on the fence, but I'm like him more than I don't like him. Nick Claxton and DFS and CJ and Mikal Bridges. So I feel like we got a strong core, not 10. Maybe you want to, you know what I mean? And Watford too. This team, like a lot of this team, you could take to the next season. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to do nothing dramatic and with no trades and nothing like that. I think slow and steady. I think we stay ready, going slow and steady. You know what I mean? But I think that, if we could, and that was the thing too, when Cam Thomas was off the floor, when he was healthy, Lonnie Walker used to pick up the offense when he came on the floor at 6 man. That's why we was yelling, yo, Lonnie Walker the fourth should be the 6 man. So that being said, now we still learn how to score. Again, we 11th. So we the top 15 in offense without Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Cam Thomas missed like 9 games. And I wouldn't have expected us to be here. But, we here. You know what I'm saying? So us being first in rebounding, I think we giving teams one shot. They're not getting a bunch of offensive rebounds like they was seasons prior. That's part of the defense that's working. But they shooting at a high clip. You know what I mean? So sometimes I think we rush for the rebound instead of contesting the shot. You might have to give up some rebounds. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets success relies on us being first in the rebounds, but I do think that I want us to be in the top 5, top 10. So and in your opinion, Leaf, how you feel about the rebounding? Do you think it needs to be so elite for us to win, or we could stay in the like top 5, top 10? Where you see us?
I think it still needs to be elite as it is. In terms of it, because we like the thing is we don't have outside of Davon Sharp, we don't have a dominant rebounding starter. So as long as Davon is get reserve minutes for Clax, we're gonna have to gang rebound. Obviously we seen that with Mikal. He had 10 rebounds. Cam Johnson had 10 rebounds the other night, man. So we're gonna need a lot of that as far as the boards go.
Yeah, the coaching style. I think again, I give credit to Jock Vaughn. I think he's the one that's
I don't give no credit to Jock Vaughn, man. We doing that on their own. Fuck that.
Nah, that's not true. And or what I also know is Corey Vincent, he is assistant coach. Case in point is he went to school at LSU. Cam Thomas went to LSU, and Trendon Watford went to LSU. I think he part of the reason why they on the same team. I think he got pulled like that. Shout out to him. I feel like the best thing about the Brooklyn Nets is building around Cam Thomas. This team is kind of designed for him to be the number one scorer. And when I say build around him, but again, this team has a lot of elements, and and us being first in rebound that has really nothing to do with Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying? So case in point, some of it is coaching. I like the fact that far as the guard is concerned, Spencer is getting a good look. And like I said, Scott Burrell, he is assistant coach that had DDJ averaging 22 points per game in the G League. He's up here. And then you see Spencer looking like he having a good year right now, a good season. So I'm saying all that to say, yes, I heard you say you could coach in your sleep, but trust me, these coaches, they doing something. And I'm telling you exactly what I think they doing. And again, to shout to Corey Vincent, he again he went from LSU to the Phoenix Suns. And when he was with the Phoenix Suns, he worked with Mikal Bridges and CJ. That being said, he's part of helping them remember not remember, but letting them know, yo, this is what working, and I'm saying, don't forget the bread and butter, don't forget the peanut butter and jelly, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget the stuff that was working when y'all was teammates on, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So y'all on a different team, but y'all still remember y'all was teammates. Remember, y'all still teammates just because y'all, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I don't know. But that being said, shout out to him, man. So these assistant coaches that Jock Vaughn picked in the offseason, I think they are playing in work. You got like 2 assistant coaches that are not new, but they on a part of the team, and they stayed with Jock Vaughn, and they work with Jock Vaughn for seasons. So again, I think, especially without Cam Thomas, if they start looking at Jock Vaughn for coach of the month, one of these months out of this NBA season, don't be surprised, bro. He's going to get a lot of credit if the Brooklyn Nets have a above 500 record without 2 of the star players, bro. And they're not stars, right? Respectfully, they never went to the All-Star game. But case in point, so if you're a Nets fan, we feel like these guys have star potential in Ben Simmons and Cam Thomas. But the truth is that I think Ben Simmons is more potential, and we like trying to, you know what I mean, trying to hope for it. But Cam Thomas, I feel like we seen it in the beginning of the season. In the first game, he scored 36 off the bench. That's an NBA record. You know that. Then after that, he scored like 30 times. I said he scored like 30, like 3 games in a row. So what I'm getting at is, I look at it for what it's worth and what's going on as far as the coaching and the talent or the players on the team. I don't see how you cannot give credit to Jacque Vaughn. Not to say the players are bad, but it's a new group. This is hold on. This is the first season that this group been playing together, and we about 500. Shout out to Jacque Vaughn, man. I see.
The only thing that I would consider giving Jacque Vaughn for credit for is the fact that I thought about something that you said yesterday. What if Jacque Vaughn is saving all his pieces, man, or saving secret weapons for later on in the season? What if he's saving Ben Simmons for later at some point in the season? What if he's saving Cam Thomas for some point later on in the season, or later on in like going into long stretches of the season?
No, I think more of Ben Simmons, as in he's going to give us, no matter what he does, he's only going to be able to give us, like, you know what I'm saying, a certain amount of games as far as reliability, because as the analytics probably shows them, we have to be careful. We can't aggravate his injury, and this is the amount of time that he really needs. And if the Brooklyn Nets are doing that, respectfully, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? You're protecting your players. I respect it.
My thing realistically is that I think we got so many guys that's plug and play. I think we have the element of surprise to basically hold players out for basically almost as long as they want to, because we got so much of a deep roster, and we got so many guys that's like a next man up mentality type of guys, and I think with Ben Simmons being out, and whatchamacallit, and Cam Thomas being out, and even DSJ being out, man, I think what if some of these guys is being saved for a scheme or for something in the future later on this season, man, like, and that could possibly work later on down in the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe it's possible if somehow, some way, and it's got to be proven to me that Coach Jacque Vaughn got some type of secret weapon plan
but it's not that I'm saying it's a secret weapon. I'm saying, like, respectfully, they know the availability of Ben Simmons is not going to be 82 games, but respectfully, a lot of these NBA players is not going to be 82 games. So they looking at it like, yo, if anything, we not in a situation where these games are in playoff contention. If these players have an injury, we don't need to rush them back to aggravate the injury, especially this early in the season. Again, credit to Jacque Vaughn, because he's establishing I know with his team, his players, and they actually have the same X and O's. They got the X and O's, that they got it right. You know what I'm saying? They got it right, and they on the same page or whatnot. So I'm saying that to say, I feel like right now you get Mikal being one of the best off-ball players, in my opinion, and a lot of maybe the league, man. I like Mikal Bridges because his game is off the ball. Like, yeah, he's going to be in situations where he's going to be on the ball, but his handles ain't crafty like that. But he do know how to get past defenders. Shout to Mikal Bridges, you know what I mean? I think he's the third best shot creator behind fourth behind Spence, Lonnie Walker, and Cam Thomas, respectfully. But he's the first best off-ball player that we got. You feel what I'm saying? Because he could put the ball on the floor. He could pump fake and put the ball on the floor and do the midi. You know what I'm saying? With ease. Like, I can't CJ do it, but Mikal Bridges will get to that midi quick. You know what I'm saying? So, Brockwork says, plus that Zach LaVine trade, Lumen, I ain't worried about it. Mr. E said, I agree. Nets players are on the same page. Young core, plus the rookies, Whitehead, Wilson, and Clowney. I like Whitehead. I like his motor. I think he
Just for
can.
the just for the record, that Zach Levine trade is not for us, bro. Like
Yeah,
the
nah,
the,
that's
the
why I
whole
ain't entertained. That's why I ain't
the
entertained that shit.
well, I was going to continue to say the wholesale that's going on in Chicago basically is for the Los Angeles Lakers. That's one of the reasons why they took the ass whooping that they took on Monday, so they could get players traded.
Yeah, nah, I
It's
ain't.
always for that reason. Every LeBron team does it, bro. Like every time it's time to trade somebody, here come a 40-point beating, bro. Like we all seen it coming, bro. Here come a 40-point beating to a LeBron team, so they could go trade somebody. Bro.
Man,
Like we all know what's coming.
I ain't even tripping off none of that, man. He says, plus the rookies, Whitehead. Listen, I like his motor. I like what you know what I mean. He's 18 and he's not rushing himself. He's cared about his health. I heard him in a post game interview. He got a bright future with the Brooklyn Nets. Wilson, I think he got that. I think he got that dog in him. Know what I mean, I think him being a senior coming out of college and then having a good summer league, he's just waiting for his opportunity. You'll see him play with the Brooklyn Nets. Clowney, real nonchalant. I seen him in the earlier the season. He looked like he know he could hoop, real confident, but in a nonchalant way. I kind of like Clowney. You know what I mean? He don't play around. Shout out to Jay. He funny for that shit. Funny as hell for that shit. Brockwork said JB has been doing a decent job. Claude Smith says we need more than one or two players as scoring threats. Our opponent should have to be concerned about multiple scorers. Look at O'Neal in the last game. Okay, but I think he had 18. Yo, shit, man, he been knocking that elbow three down. The NBA ain't got nothing for it right now. Like,
We talk about Royce.
yeah, Royce, he had like 18
Royce, yeah,
points.
Royce on the left wing, bro. Like he been knocking down the three at a high rate. I want to see how long. I don't know how sustainable it is, but look, we got plenty of time to see because we got other players that can fill in and do other stuff on this team as well. So we got to see how it works out.
Yeah, well, with us, in my opinion, beating the Charlotte Hornets, we'll be 10-8. And when I look at the standings, that put us right up in the mix. Right up in the mix. We might be. We listen, man. These standings is looking pretty good for the Brooklyn Nets, man. We go on a 4-5 game win streak. We right back with it.
This
Like,
is definitely this. I will say that this is probably the definite that we needed before we go on the West Coast trip. Because once we go on this West Coast trip, man, that this is really gonna prove whatever type of team that's available is gonna prove, man, who need to be out there and who don't.
I mean, based off of what I'm saying, 18 games is 18 NBA games. And again, you talk about Kai Jones. I watched the interview, I listened to some of it, and he basically saying, I went to the G League and it was good for my career, good for my NBA career. Because I got to be the man and do things that I really, what I mean, couldn't really do in the NBA. And I feel like it was good. It helped me develop as a player. So I said all that to say that taking it slow is good sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And for what's been done already shows some value. And you don't have to play the toughest teams, especially if we're a team that's not healthy. It's not like we had Cam Thomas and Ben Simmons for 18 games and then we go on versus Denver. That's not our situation. Our situation is we weren't at full health. When we look at CJ, he played shy of 10 games. Mikal Bridges played all the games, but he might have been the only player. You know what I'm saying? But case in point is that as far as expectations and the schedule that we had, we all know if you're a Nets fan, it was like a good. Those first 10 games was like, why are they giving us this schedule? We played like the Celtics twice, Miami, all playoff teams. They're giving us playoff teams in the first 10 games, trying to, I guess, see where what the barometer is there. And I thought it was a tough schedule. You know what I'm saying? And I think we can compete if we fully healthy. We weren't even fully healthy for all those games. You know what I mean? And when you look at the games that we did lose, bruh, we could have won. And I'm saying all I have to say, yeah, the West Coast mean a lot, but the West Coast, you play those teams twice. It ain't that. They not the barometer like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we play the Eastern Conference. Shit, you got to get through the Eastern Conference before you even get through the Western Conference. You know what I'm saying? And we went through the fire already. And for us going through the fire already and being in a 500 ball club, going into that Western Conference, knowing that they play at a fast pace, knowing that in the Eastern Conference we wanted a better transition team, especially when Ben Simmons is there, but he's not there. But Watford, he do what he do good. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I think I think we ready for this West Coast trip. The toughest is the back-to-back situations. Now we won a back-to-back game situation, but that was home. You know, I don't know how I don't know how, you know, if it's sustainable to do it on the road, but it's possible. It's possible. I don't think we lose all of those games on that road trip on the West Coast. How you think we fare though?
I don't think we lose all of them games neither. But however, the most important stretch to get to games in that stretch is going to be the two back to backs,
Mm.
because you're flying from one city to the next, especially like in a different time zone. And we playing games like late on the West Coast. It's going to be like 10 something our time, and like a couple hours back for like teams like, well, maybe like a Phoenix or a Golden State or whatever, to like playing some of that division and some of that area. But it's gonna be interesting. I think I think we could beat Utah. I think we could beat Sacramento. I think we could
Mhm.
who else?
Utah for sure.
Golden State. I think we could take them because
Hmm.
they starting to real. Denver depends on who Denver throw out there. That might be, I don't know what type of game that might be, but Denver might. We if we could catch Denver on the night where they resting players, we could beat them. We could beat them too. Even though we beat them last year with with they 4 string squad when they had
Yeah.
whatchamacallit. That was one of our
Mhm.
better wins last year. But
Yeah. Yeah.
we
Now
should
I
we
just
should
feel
get
like
like
I feel like
we should get like a minimum 3 out of this road
yeah.
trip.
Yeah, exactly. I think we should be confident going into that road trip, especially if we go into the road trip with a win streak, which will be 4. Brockwork said we still gotta beat the teams we supposed to. I agree. I agree. Cole Smith says, uh, we don't know how sustainable anything is. Cam T, Walker, Bridges, etc. could have a bad shooting night. That's when other players step up their game. To his other comment where he goes, we need more than 1 or 2 players at scoring threats. Lonnie Walker, Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges, CJ, and again, like I said, the success to your point, the success of the Brooklyn Nets is having multiple players in double digits. I'm talking 6, 7, 8 players in double digits. CJ, Nick Claxton, he's starting to put up better numbers on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm expecting him to give us 10 points plus, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying
We talking
CJ.
about Claxton?
No. We not. So we talking
Talking
about
about CJ?
we talking about Claude question. He basically saying we need more than 2 players as scoring threats. So I'm saying you're going to have Nick Claxton get us 10 plus, DFS could get us 10 plus, Royce O'Neal could get us 10 plus, Mikal Bridges could get us 10 plus, CJ could get us 10 plus. That's 5 players right there that could get us 10 plus. You know, not to mention Cam Thomas, of course. Um,
Yeah,
Wofford.
all of those players can give us 10 to 15 plus. The problem is are they giving us 10 to 15 plus equally on all in the same time, all simultaneously on the
Yeah.
same nights
Yes.
against
Yes.
these better teams, bro. Like that's the biggest
Yeah.
challenge right there.
All
So
of the teams. All of the teams.
all
You know what I'm
right,
saying? All of the teams. I think that's the significance of having continuity. Continuity will get you past those tough teams. The fact that we become the tougher team because of the continuity. You know what I mean? It's not so much that we gotta be aware of them, they gotta be aware of us as well. You know, they can't just put a W on their calendar like it's sweet. They gotta actually compete. And if they don't, we gonna win. Period. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Jacques Vaughn is basically his coaching style is leave it out on the floor. Leave play as hard as you can play. And I've seen him back these sentiments in his interviews. You know what I'm saying? He's said some of these things where he's letting them know like, yo, this is the way I coach my team. I'm the coach, and this is what it is. And I think he garners respect from the players like that. And we all know, because of the stint that we had with Steve Nash and seeing him with Kyrie, how important it is for the coach to have gravity in the locker room. Be able to, when he be a big voice to the team, opposed to having a player gather everybody up. You need the coach to have the head coach to have a big voice. And the coaches in general, because I feel like he built a lot of relationships as an assistant coach. So, I credit him for that. Brockwork says, I think we could beat Phoenix. Raptors beat them by playing KD physical.
They did, but the difference between our defense and the Raptors defense takes a lot more chances than we do. They known for taking chances. Case in point is that when you have
No, but
young
what
guys,
about the physicality part of it? What he's saying?
the physicality part about it is the Raptors been a physical defense. OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Siakam, bro, they been a physical defense, bro. Like the thing is, they doing it like as a team that's not really worried about really winning or losing the game. They worried about just making sure that KD is not in his and getting his oxygen. You know what I'm saying, so to speak, and then in those spots and everything. So they're younger. You got to remember, like they're first off they're younger. The thing is, we
Mm,
have more veteran type defenders, like with DFS with DFS and whatchamacallit like that. If we had the younger defense that they had, we get and it makes it blended in with the scoring and like the Dinwiddies and the McHales and all of that, bro. Like then we'll be able
yeah,
to do it.
but I feel you. I'm with you actually. But what I'm realizing too is that they added the two new games. Y'all see this, right? They added the two new games because we didn't go to the playing tournament.
Right.
So we play Atlanta and Washington because they didn't decide. Remember, it was the big gap between the second and the 11th.
Right. Because
And
they thought we was gonna go to
they
the
didn't
play.
know. They
Right.
couldn't decide the schedule until
Yes.
then. And I was wondering how they was going to do that. I was kind of like, oh, this shit is, what I
Well,
mean? Like, what is going on? I mean, and then they do this. Then now it makes sense. So
yeah.
that being said, I'm saying all I have to say respectfully, we can go on a win streak bigger than 4. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely listen. There's 1, 2, 3. I think we could beat Charlotte, right? The toughest team that look like before we go into that before we go, on a Western Conference is Orlando, and we beat Orlando.
Orlando, we beat them in Atlanta, and who we lost to. So
Yeah,
those is two. So those is
yeah, I
two games.
guess.
Those is two games that I had to. And ain't no we guessed, bro. We gave
No,
up
but
100.
what I'm saying, I'm saying that to say that I don't think they're gonna be that tough by December 6th when Cam Thomas back. I got Cam Thomas back by December 6th. I do. I ain't gonna lie, like I got him back by December 6th.
We talking about a team that came off a back to back and still put up a buck 45 on us.
I don't think they, but again, I still don't shake because we scored a lot of points too. But at the end of the day, if we got
But
Cam
we don't
Thomas
win
out,
games
oh
by
well, let me
scoring a
say this.
lot of
Let me
points.
say let me say this. If we got Cam Thomas out there matching baskets with Trey Young, and the difference would be that the energy that Bridges put on offense, he'll just put it on Trey Young for his defense, and Cam Thomas will carry the 45 points or whatnot. Have a 40-point night. They can't fuck with us if we got a healthy roster. Is basically what I'm saying. I've seen the schedule, and I don't think they tough because I think Cam Thomas will be back by December 6th for the very reasons that I said.
Cam Thomas will be playing his first game against the Hawks realistically. But listen, at this by the same token, bro, like the problem with what you saying is, bro, when we do put up a lot of points, 9 times out of 10 we lose in the fucking game. And if you don't believe me, just go back to the early games, bro, when we was putting up points against the Bucks and Dallas and whatchamacallit. We lost all of those fucking games.
Bro, I seen that, but that wasn't because of the offense. It was because of the defense. I
But
think
but but
that's
that but by the same token, bro, like that's what we're that's part of the problem. But like if we scoring a lot of points, almost a guaranteed that we giving up a lot of points as well.
No, but my thing is, we not going to be giving up a lot of points if Cam Thomas is back in the roster and Mikal Bridges doesn't have to focus on the offensive side of the ball. And remember, this team not being ran by Ben Simmons, so it's not being run by a certain way. And him being there, not being a lockdown defender, getting worked by Tatum, getting worked by all of these players, whether or not the refs is calling foul anyway. Case in point is, I could find discrepancies in his defensive side of the ball. So that being said, it's not impressive. And if anybody's the problem, it's Ben Simmons, not Cam Thomas. Because when we were losing those games, is because Donovan Mitchell hit the last shot over CJ, who fell to the floor for whatever reason. Then where was Ben Simmons on that play? Exactly. We losing at the end of the game, not because Cam Thomas is missing shots more so, but because they are making shots. It's not Cam Thomas' job to be a lockdown defender. It's Ben Simmons' job to be a lockdown defender. So let's just give credit where it belongs.
You keep saying
give
that.
Accountability where it belongs.
You keep saying that, but you mislead and you don't give the other team other credit for making plays away from Ben Simmons, bro. Like it's not like the Ben Simmons is gonna follow the ball and ball handler every goddamn way on the court.
Bro, it's the last play of the game. He should be there.
And that, but at the same time, bro, you understand that the teams is gonna look for mismatches. At the end of the day, bro, they're gonna look for mismatches, and Ben Simmons is not gonna just be there to just guard whoever has the ball in his hand just because. This is how the pick and switches is set up. You know what I'm saying? So when the like you see it all the time, bro. They're not gonna allow the best defender to just guard for the last possession, bro, all the time. That's not how these teams work, and that's not how these teams win. They're gonna look for the best mismatch possible. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I know. But I know what that is. You know what I mean? They look for the weakest. That's what they did with Patty Mills, Joe Harris, and Steph Curry. I know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, again, like I said, when Cam Thomas come back in the roster, it's going to be a significant difference on how this team got better. And not to say we don't need Ben Simmons, but we're going to be a better team. We're going to be a better team because now we can apply pressure on other opposing teams by scoring more points than them and them having to match baskets for us. Teams be going at it like that with us because they know that we can't stop them, bro. And Ben Simmons is supposed to be the one that's stopping them. And when they see Mikal Bridges having number one offensive responsibility, then they're gonna, you know what I mean, be like, oh, all right, let's see if it's sustainable. You know, Trae Young is more the offensive player. Luka is more the offensive player than a Mikal Bridges. So we're playing their style of play if that's what's happening. Even though we might have success in it, that's not the way we win the game. Mikal Bridges' strength is the defensive side of the ball. He said it come natural for him, bro. That's what he do.
I understand that, but listen, I give you in terms of Luka, in terms of Dame, in terms of the guards, bro. Like those are the people that you put Mikal on. We got one. First off, just holding Ben Simmons solely responsible for these defensive lapses at the end of the game is piss poor to me. We got way more 3-and-D players than that. That's one.
But he's supposed to be the primary one.
Well, that says who, bro? Like Mikal is the
says who because of his accolades.
No, Mikal and wasn't running up for defensive player of the year a couple of years ago, bro. Like, come on, he just as good.
But no, I get it. That night it happened. I seen the play. He didn't get around the pick, and then CJ was on the other side of it, and he had fell. And I was like, yeah, where was Ben Simmons on that play? Ben Simmons should have been on the other side of that screen.
We not pointing out. We not solely pointing out Ben Simmons to be alongside of the screen, and it's the same way you tried to point him out in the Dallas game, bro, when he was playing Luka physical and they was calling fouls, bro. We all know what had happened. I know the last play of the game, and I know how I was drawn up, bro. But all I'm saying is, bro, we got way better defenders than that, bro. Like that when we lost those games, bro, you was the one that was telling me if we had Claxton, bro, in those games, bro, we would have won those. So now that we have Claxton, we shouldn't have to worry about solely about Ben Simmons having that defensive responsibility when we can switch damn near everything from 1 to 5, or if we have every type of 3-and-D player out there, or every type of
I've seen it. I said that about Claxton, seen the improvement with the blocks. He had 4 blocks the other game, and when you see the eye test, shows you that he does deter shot attempts. You
Yes, he
know,
does.
so with him deterring shot attempts and having like 4 blocks, what I said is valid because he does help on the defensive side of the ball. Ben Simmons don't, not like that. You know, I think Nick Claxton is the better defender if I got to contrast him to Ben Simmons, respectfully.
I think right now of course he's the better defender, bro. Like in terms of versatility, bro. Like, but Ben Simmons, we're looking for Ben Simmons to be the smarter defender. That's what we looking for, bro. Like, because in the standpoint of that, like he could be almost the anchor, bro. Like, like Claxton is the do it all guy defensively, bro. Like, obviously, bro, because he could switch out, bro. Like he could switch out on the guards. He could switch out on the perimeter, switch out just damn near on anybody from 1 through 5 almost. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Simmons is sort of the Swiss Army knife on defense, bro, in terms of he could be the anchor and point guys in the right direction and where to go. It's the same way kind of as Royce, bro. But I think Royce got better hands, just as
Royce
good
can
as
shoot
this.
the 3.
Yeah,
Like,
and Royce can shoot the 3, obviously. But I'm not leading this office. I'm sticking on defense on this standpoint. Mikal, I think, is the best on-ball defender in terms of the little ball handling guards. Because you're not going to put him on Jimmy Butler. You're not going to put him on the strong wings because he's going to get manhandled. We all seen that. That's what Ben is there for. You know what I'm
man,
saying? So
I hear you, man. Shout to Leaf. Mr. E said, "Do you think that JV is a good of a coach?" Yes, I think he's good. He's not the most amazing coach ever in the world that I've ever seen, but he's a good coach. Yes. Claude Smith follows up and says, "JV is more than a good coach. He's a mentor, role model, and a father figure."
stop the glaze.
Hold on, he have a couple of sons around the same age as Whitehead and Clowney. All right, all right.
Stop the
Uh,
glaze, bro, Claude.
Claude
We're not
Smith
doing
says,
that.
he says, of the next 6 games, I think we'll win the majority of them. Nice. So the next 6 games is Charlotte, Orlando, Atlanta, Washington, Sacramento, Phoenix. I agree with you, Claude Smith. Talk to me. Casino says we need to go get Lauri Markkanen. Explain that. Don't just put that in the chat. You need to have some type of trade scenario. I'm not picking my brain to figure out how we can get Lauri Markkanen. He is the best player on the Utah Jazz. It's no way they're giving us Lauri Markkanen because we asked for him. You know, they're going to be talking turkey. You know that GM over there don't play no games, man. Stop.
Damn sure don't. We talk about the same. We talk about the same GM that robbed us for the 2 picks that ended up being JT and JB. So I'm not interested in, bro, like
Oh yeah,
anything.
after that we ain't doing no deals with him.
Yes,
That's it.
we not doing any business with Danny Ainge and
Nah,
trying to
man.
figure out how to get that Utah team, bro, like to some type of prominence with our help, man. So like, excuse me, but don't confuse me, man. I'm out of there. I'm out of that business department.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man. Yeah, for real. Shout out to Casino. He says we need to trade Ben Simmons. I ain't trying to hear no more Ben talk. Copy
Trade them
that.
for who?
Now, I honestly, again, these are 2 trades. Casino does this. He be right about a lot of stuff, but you gotta pull up, man. You gotta tell us these trade
If you
scenarios. I'm
telling
not
us
gonna
about trades,
blow
then
my head
you
about that.
leading us to dead end streets, bro, with these trades, bro. Like that, like
Hold on, nah,
telling
that's
us.
why. Shout out to Casino. You gotta jump on a panel and you know what I'm saying. Explain that because nah, man, I don't see how that's happening. Shout out to Claude Smith. He says the chemistry is constantly improving with time. I think so. I agree. We were 14th in assists. That's without Ben Simmons and Cam Thomas. Yeah. If we get Cam Thomas back, I think the assists go up. I won't say Cam Thomas would be a playmaker, but what I will on as an assist, but what I will say is because he will be able to make a little bit on offense by just by the coverage and how he makes the defense react. But Mikal Bridges could be more of a 2-way player, you know. He really is looking like a 1-way player when he got to carry the offense. But now he could go back to being a 2-way player, which he's best at. So shout out to him. And again, he reminds me of Reggie Miller. He might not have that dog in him like Reggie Miller, but he might. But I don't know. But it's something about Mikal Bridges that remind me of Reggie Miller, man. I might tweet him that shit, man.
I'm not going there,
Reggie
bro.
Miller, man.
I'm not going there.
Hold on. Claude Smith said, "It's no glazing on my part, Leaf. I've been a sincere Nets fan since Dr. J was the king of Rucker Park. Period."
That's great, Claude, bro. But first off, we not doing this whole shit with JV, bro. Like, listen, the second that we get blown out by 20, bro, and we talking about JV and do this and do this and do that, and but he ain't put certain players in the game when we was getting out rebounded, then I don't want to hear all that
Nah,
bullshit about how he a
I'm,
mentor and all this other
I'm
crazy
with
shit. So
Claude Smith,
excuse me.
man. I'm with you, Claude Smith, man. I think
Of course, he with you now, bro. Until we get our ass whipped by like 20 something again,
nah.
bro. Like,
I've been supportive of JV for a long time. It ain't now. It's before Steve Nash was the coach. That's for sure. That's for certain. And on that note, again, I think he's the man for the job. You know, and as much as Ime, I'm not taking nothing from Ime. See, you're not gonna give me to have a pun about Ime. He would be a good coach anywhere, from in my opinion. That being said, I see the defense gradually getting better, and I know Jock Vaughn is known for being a defensive style coach. So if that's what it is, then he has a chance to prove it. Everybody said the record he had was only because of KD and Kyrie. We'll see. You see, we was 13 and 15 out of 28 games. Now, we in a situation where instead of being 13 and 15, we'll be with 9 and 8, about to be 10 and 8. And again, I agree. These next 6 games are looking real winnable. If Claude Smith seen Dr. J play basketball, that's one of the best Nets fans that we got. He said, when I say Nets fans is the best fans, it's because of fans like Claude Smith. He could actually, if he ever jumped on a panel, he could talk to us about Dr. J being on the team. I respect the homie.
listen, I definitely respect the history too. And listen, I don't need no damn history lesson. But at the same time, bro, like as far as JV go, bro, I'm not in the midst to put him on no type of pedestal until we do something in the playoffs, bro. I'm that's my deadline for him, bro.
Okay,
Fuck the
okay.
world.
I respect that. I respect that. Casino says I vouched for Ben for 2 whole seasons. I'm done waiting for dude to play ball. He don't want to hoop for real. Listen, I'm gonna just leave it like that. Casino follows up and said, we gotta take whatever we could get for Ben. He said nachos, Doritos, soy sauce. What you
Well,
got? What you got?
Here's the
Third
thing.
string, second string.
Here's the thing, casino, bro.
What kind
Like
of
the whole.
draft pick?
Here's the thing, casino.
58th, round 2.
Here's the thing, casino, bro. Like the thing about like everything that we said about Ben goes back to something that Breezy had said yesterday, bro. He's like, what if Ben Simmons is being saved for a certain portion or a certain scheme or a certain portion of the season? What if the injury is more severe than we think it is, but and he has being saved? If he is being saved, that's some type of secret weapon defensively or intangible wise on his team, bro, in terms of what he could do. Like why wouldn't that like it's some way somehow that could help us in the future. So we just gotta look out for that, bro. Like I think all hands on deck is on for this team, bro. There's
Now
no
you,
superstars on this team.
Claude Smith, I think he says I have a more optimistic outlook than you, Leave, about the Nets' future. So I just think that you and Claude Smith are not on the same page about the Nets about certain things, but that's why we here, you know. And again, shout out to Casino. He goes, I vouched for Ben Simmons for 2 whole seasons. And he did, bro. Like, yo, we would be here. He was like, yo, go watch the 76ers highlights. I was like, nah, man. He was like, yo, I'm telling you, pull up the highlights. I'm like, all right, man. I pull up the highlights. You know, I'm trying to hold back. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was all right. Then I started getting hype, and then I was like, oh, all right. Then you know what I mean? And then it's like I wanted to prevent from getting hype because I didn't want to be let down. You understand what I'm saying?
You
That's
know, I
this,
understand what you're saying, but
Casino. This is why when he say this, I know what he talking about. He said I vouched for him for 2 whole seasons. I'm done waiting for dude to play ball. He don't want to hoop for real. Like yo,
Claude,
as he a Nets fan, bro, he understand what I'm saying.
No, no, no. Listen, we all do. Hey, Claude, for the record, bro, listen, I have the highest expectations for this team than anybody on this fucking planet, bro. So if you want to talk optimistic outlook, bro, in terms of the future, bro, like I understand it, and I understand how this shit should work, and I understand what all of these players, when they form Voltron, what they all fucking capable of, brother. So like
But
just
look,
know that, bro. Like my expectations of this exceeds anybody on YouTube.
but no, but
Trust me.
tell him what you talking about. Like he talking to you, he like, what's your expectations?
My expectations is simple, bro. If the lineups is correct, if we emphasize defense, if we emphasize pace, if we emphasize defense, pace, and transition, and the bench is playing, and the lineups is correct every single night, this team is winning the East. And
Okay,
hands down, bro. Like it's this that goddamn simple. You heard it
okay,
from me and me first and me only.
okay, okay. That's true. I got us going to the second round right now. From what I've seen thus far, I got us getting past that first round. Definitely not getting swept. I got us going to the second round, and then I said I'll revisit the conversation when we get to the second round. That's what I said. Casino. Oh yeah, I read this comment. Avion Plumber said, Breeze, what do you think about the situation that's happening at PC? We're gonna get into that right now. We're gonna
Herb,
get
what's
into
going
that.
on?
Hold on, we're gonna get into that right now. Hold on. Casino says we could send Spencer and Sharp or Clowney in a pick or two to Utah for Lowry. No, they are not doing business with Danny Ainge is not
It's
just
not
it's
on
not
the table,
smart.
bro.
It's not smart, man.
Not on the
Like
table.
I'm off that Casino. Like you have to convince me. Like yeah, I read it, but in my mind, when I read it and said it out loud,
Fool me once, bro.
like yeah, like
No,
nah,
man.
man. But that shit might be a good look. But for
It's
right
one of
now,
the. It's one of them. Fool me worse. Irv K, what's
yeah,
going on?
we lead in rebound, Sharp, our best rebounder. I'm just not convinced. And even if we did with Laurie marketing, we still need a point guard, and you taking away that in the Spencer Dinwiddie. So I don't know. Shout out to Urban K. I always see you at Players Choice. We're gonna talk about Players Choice. He says W Leaf. What up, Leaf? He said LA strippers are for real. Thank you for Kawhi. I don't know what he's talking about. I guess they lost. I guess I don't know.
No, no.
He
I guess
said,
they won. They beat the hell out of Sacramento tonight. I was watching a little bit of that game. Bobby's about to go on stream, by the way, bro. So he was doing King's Court yesterday. So, but I think they got their ass whooped tonight.
"Oh yeah, yeah." He said niggas from Ox Channel is about to pull up because he fell asleep, so no graveyard shift. Let's talk about it, champ. Shout out to Big Ox, man. Y'all know I'll be over there. I
The
got Big
situation that well,
Hold
uh,
on. Let me get to the comments. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it because I want to know what's going on too. Because I'm not really sure what's going on. If Avion Plumber could jump on the panel, that'd be dope. You could kind of give me a better perspective. Leaf could too. I know you be watching Players Choice. I do too, but I actually fell asleep and I watched it in a playback. No, that was yesterday because they didn't have a show today,
they
so I
didn't
don't
have
know
a
what
show
that was
today. Yeah,
about. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Chilltown, Chilltown
Hold on.
gave the
We're gonna get
rundown
to
on
it.
that.
We're gonna get to it. Because Avion just pulled up. Shout out to Avion, man. This is the first time Avion on the show, man. Shout out to Avion. What's good, Avion?
Yo, what's
Yo,
up,
hold on.
bro?
We're gonna get chilling. We're gonna get to the Players Trace
Hey, bro,
conversation
what up?
right
What's
right
up,
after
Lee?
this. Claude
What's
Smith
going
said we haven't even scratched the surface of what Cam Thomas, Walker, Whitehead, Wildfit, Clowney, Wilson, Sharp, Claxton, etc. The best is yet to come. Shout to the big optimism. W chat. Shout out to my guy Casino, man. I mean, Claude Smith, but shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all know what's up. Kings couldn't do it. He said Nuggets Nation. Shout out to Irvin K. But you know it's all day. Brooklyn Nets, baby. But Avion, Leaf, we're gonna start with Avion. Then I'm gonna kind of listen to y'all go back and forth about what's going on with Players Choice from y'all perspective, and then I'll chime in after that. So Avion, man, let me know, man. Talk to me, man. Take it away. What's going on in Players Choice, man? What did you mean by that question?
Uh, well, I'm gonna start from the beginning. They had a live yesterday, a panel yesterday on AD, and then things just took a left. I mean, Ticket didn't agree with what the panel said about AD. He felt like the panel didn't held AD to like accountability, some dumb shit like that. Next thing I know, him and Dom are going back at it. Calling him pussy and fuck
Wow.
you and shit like that. And Dom said pull up to Charlotte and shit like that. So threats are being made. He
Oh,
called he called Chilltown a coon. Um, he he called him a sellout. It got rough. It
so
got
hold on. So you saying that they were going back and forth about AD? That's Damo and Ticket.
yeah. Damo and Ticket, and then Ticket just starts snapping on everybody, man. And then it got heated, bro. Like chill time was tight. It was like, yo, it got serious. Like Ron had to like mute him and kick him out of the panel like back like so many times. And Ron was like, yo, chill, my nigga, chill. Like you doing too much. And it got rough. So fast forward today, Dom went on live earlier today and said that him and Ticket got suspended until Monday. And then, Dom just, was throwing insults, talking about, Ticket's a grown ass 45-year-old man to act like a child, like he's so immature and shit like that. I stand on business. And then Ticket went
So
on live.
Damo was saying that what on his channel?
Yeah, Dom. And then
Okay.
Ticket went on live.
Shout out to Damo.
then,
I like Damo's content, man. But that on Player's Choice, I follow him on there. I know he got a channel called Keep It a Buck.
Yeah.
I knew about it after I seen him on Player's Choice. But shout out to Damo. And shout out to Ticket too, man. My take thus far is I want to see it work more than them. You know what I mean? Split or whatnot. But go ahead. I'm listening, Avion.
I mean, and then Ticket went on.
Hold on, you said they got suspended till next Monday. That's why they ain't had a show or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they got.
So who suspended actually?
So far Dom said him and Ticket, but I think the show just suspended till Monday, but I'm not sure. I think it's just Dom and Ticket. Yeah, because if you go back, it's still up. Like the episode's still up. But yeah, it was crazy, man. It went left real quick. Like Ticket
over the conversation about AD. So
yeah.
Okay, I've seen them going back and forth, and I've seen some of Ticket's reaction video, but again, like the premise isn't there because I actually didn't see him and Damo going back and forth to say that I know why they got suspended. That's crazy. And you said that Chilltown got upset because Ticket. What happened with Chilltown and Ticket?
Because Ticket called Chilltown a coon and a sellout.
Oh,
he said
man.
He said Chilltown be capping for the young dudes.
Yeah, he did say that. He definitely did.
Okay.
Just my 2 cents on it, bro. Like, I mean, listen. It's been suspensions before. Hell, Mars and Ticket got suspended. So somebody else in Ticket got suspended. But when we first got onto the show, Ticket was arguing with Jason Williams, bro, White Chocolate.
Okay.
So my thing is, bro, like this ain't nothing new with Buddy, bro. Like, the man is a ticking time bomb, bro. Like, listen, but like a lot of times he on point. I personally don't got no problem with it, man. Like, or problem with him, because before there ever was a Player's Choice, bro, Ticket TV basically rolled up into the YouTube basketball community when it was on the ground floor and then nobody was there. There wasn't any Legend of Winning. There wasn't any Dom 2K. He rolled in and figured out how to cook steak, lobster, and Dom Perignon, bro. Like, and basically figured and now everybody want to cook the same shit, but everybody want to eat the same shit, but don't really know how to cook the food. But that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is, bro, like, is that at the same time, it's gonna be arguments. It's gonna be and I think the value. I don't think Ticket is holding it as personal as everybody thinks
So,
he
but
is.
hold on, they disagree. They disagree on
They
AD,
disagreed on the AD it was the AD topic, bro, and Ticket went into his passionate ass soliloquy, bro. Like, obviously, man, like, how listen, if you heard him once or twice or 3 times, man, like, you already know where that's gonna go. And Damo wasn't going for it, man, and then because it was like, yo, why you keep cutting people off, man? You been dominating the mic, man. He's like, yeah, if I'm dominant, man, step your game up, this, that, the third. I seen Ticket's basically reply to this shit or whatever. I didn't see Dom's message or whatever, man. But it seemed to me like Ticket was just explaining like something that he's always been. If you've been in the lives, if you've heard Ticket, bro, like before PC, he's always been this on this timestamp. He's always been on this
Mhm.
timestamp. Damo, I don't know too much about up until a couple of maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago with the Keep It a Buck podcast with
Mhm.
him and his homies, man. Everybody else I didn't know until PC came around, but
Word.
the common denominator is that Ticket has always been everything that you seen yesterday on that episode. Ticket has always been super passionate about it, man, and a lot of the times because he's followed that dream of being a professional athlete. Now, it wasn't in the
Right.
NBA, but I mean that's how that man feel, man. Everybody got
Listen,
feelings. We can't
So
tell
hold
people how
on.
to feel at the
Look.
end of the day.
Okay,
it's
so
a,
let me. All right, so some of the stuff that's making sense. I want to hear what you're gonna say, Avion. I just want to say this. When I watched some of the tickets with what he was saying, because I was a fan of Ticket too, and the first time I jumped on a YouTube stream, it was actually on Ticket Show. So I know what you mean about him, having the basketball community on YouTube from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Putting in a lot of work. You know what I mean? For a lot of time. But it seemed like he was saying Mars and Damo didn't respect the fact that he was like he played ball and they didn't. I don't want to misquote Ticket. You know what I mean? Is it something to that nature, or is it something like
no,
that?
no. I think it's the opposite. I think Ticket don't respect them because they don't, play ball. So when they get their takes, like he tosses to the side and act like what do these guys know? They never play ball like they of their life. So he automatically like dismisses their take. But I want to respond like to Leaf. There's a difference between being passionate and being straight up like disrespectful, bro.
Mm.
Listen, like we all got takes, like we all got opinions and shit like that. But when you dominate the mic and start calling dudes out their name, like
Mm.
calling them bitches and coons and stuff like that, bro. I don't care how much you're a fan of Tick, bro. If that man were to step to you and say that shit to your face, bro, that's an automatic fade, point blank, bro. Like
That is true. That is
like,
true. He could
bro,
definitely get out of pocket
bro.
a lot of times, man. Like
But at least, but
yeah.
at least you saw that live yesterday, bro. It went,
So
it
hold
went
on. So hold
beyond.
on. Avion. So let me ask you this: do you think that it went left with? Because you said it was threats. Who threatened who? I didn't hear no threats.
No, it was
Damo
Ticket.
Damo was saying, "Yo, come to Charlotte or whatever, this, that, and the third, man." I don't think Ticket. I
Off an
mean,
AD conversation, or
no, 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 no.
it
It
was
was
No,
just
because he felt
the,
no,
like he was
the
being
way it was
insulted and
going.
disrespected.
It was just the way it was going, man. A lot of words was being said over each other, man, and everything. I
yeah.
definitely
Once
heard
you,
Damo. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, but if if you heard arguments with Ticket, not to laugh at it, but Ticket could definitely go left, man, by calling people dumbass SOBs and all of this stuff. Yeah, it's colorful as hell, man. And I done seen him and whatchamacallit, him and Chilltown curse each other out. Chilltown and cursed him out many times.
Okay,
And,
hold
I,
on.
and then so
Hold on, Duke. This is important. Duke Baylock said it wasn't threats, it was insults. Now that's a big difference
no, it was
because
threats. It was threats. It was threats. He said it twice today too. He said, "Come to Charlotte, man." He said, "Come to
he
Charlotte."
did say come to Charlotte, but from Ticket
He was
side of
like,
things,
"Pull up."
it was insults, but it was definitely colorful languages that he definitely used before in the past. But I think, or just off the fact that like when you, I guess when you feeling bigger than everybody, man, you tend to say that and type of things. Me, I never been on that type of time scale, bro. So I
but
can't speak.
no. Again, I'm gonna be honest with you. Without the I like Ticket's character. I'm not saying I'm a fan of the profanity part of it, but I imagine that's part of the entertainment. It's part of what he doing, who he is. But the whole him is telling Mars to or them like, yo, acknowledge me, you know what I'm saying, I actually play ball. I think it's hilarious because it's an
I think it's funny
authentic,
too.
there's an authenticism to it, you know what I'm saying, like you in my world, you just analyzing it, you know what I'm saying, but I live in this world. I think it's a funny paradigm between Ticket and Mars, you know what I mean, but what I like about Mars is that he's not easily shooken, you know,
No,
so
yeah.
you
I don't think Mars is easily shooken at all. I think
right.
Mars is very stoic to how he wants to present a lot of the arguments and how he wants to present a lot of counter arguments and everything. And I think just about anybody, Ticket could get anybody to engage with him. Like that's kind of his thing. I mean, like the argument, the argument of the debate and the back and forth and the grittiness, man. Like that's kind of his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
if
Listen,
he don't feel
Oh,
if he can't get you to curse at him, bro, like and at least throw a MF at him or something, bro. Like I don't think Ticket really feels like you really got something. You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
but
That's
nah,
kind of his thing.
right, but no, but what I'm saying is again, Mars stayed in his bag when Ticket tried to do that to him, but
yeah.
Big Ox didn't. Big Ox tried. I felt like when I was watching the battle with him and Big Ox, and Big Ox had good content. Like his debate was strong. I'm
I
not
just
saying
felt
that
like Bobby fell into
I'm not. Hold on, let me say this.
fell
Let me
into
say
the
this. Let me say
Ticket
this.
a
Whoa,
lord
let me say this. Let
and
me say this.
everything.
What I'm saying is, I think Big Ox. I didn't know he was the antics was his thing. Like I know the antics and the stuff that Ticket do.
Shenanigans is Ticket thing, yeah.
Right, that's Ticket thing. Like you, and when you go in his world, you're gonna lose, bro. You don't go in his world, but unless you like that, and that's what you do too. But when it comes down to that entertainment side of it and how he approached the whole basketball thing, bro, he's like he's his authenticity to what he do. You know, you hear other fans that say like, yo, oh, he a little Ticket or this and that, because they think about how he has one of the biggest YouTube basketball personalities, if not the biggest, bro. His show, respectfully, it got 120K subscribers, and
Right. It
respectfully,
realistically
players
got more
choice
than
don't
that.
have 120K subscribers. So again, I respect the game, bro. Like
Yeah, but he's not the biggest on that channel, though. He's not the biggest on the channel. Like we all know who's the biggest on that channel. I mean, Ticket is the most popular because he's
who's the
allowed it.
biggest on
I
that
mean,
channel? No, talk to me. Who the
Low.
biggest?
No, it's low. It's low.
it's definitely Ticket, and I'm gonna tell you why,
He
bro.
no,
Because
Low is not there
No.
enough, bro.
no,
Ticket is there.
low
What?
is not really there enough. No. I'm gonna tell you, nah.
He
Hold on,
got
Avion.
300,000 subscribers, bro. I mean,
Avion, hold on, wait. Avion, I'm gonna
he
tell you this.
surpassing that and all the boys, KD
Avion,
and all
hold
the
on,
boys.
wait. No, not to cut you off, Avion, but I will tell you this. You know, if you well aware of Ticket in the past decade, over the past decade, bro, like it's plenty of times with his channel, and because of him, obviously, his channel has been like basically taken down plenty of times and times over. We talking
Mhm.
about an individual that then had 300,000 subscribers almost each time he got taken down, and almost each time his channel got taken down, and he had to redo a new one. So the thing is, bro, like if Low got 500,000 subscribers, Ticket had that 10 times over in the
That's how
last
many
10 years.
subscribers
No,
Low
Trust me.
got.
no,
Low
it's
got
not.
500K subscribers.
Trust me when I tell you,
Yeah,
I will not lie to you, Avion, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like Ticket has had at least minimum 400,000 subscribers 10 times over in the last 10 to 12 years. So you,
All right. So
yeah, I mean,
hold on. So
not to say nothing about Low, because I remember where Low came from. Low came from agent. That's him. That's his man's right there, bro. Like I don't remember when Low first started talking basketball, but when agent came, him and agent had a channel. They wasn't really even doing any talking. They was playing 2K. At least agent was, bro. I don't remember where Low really came from, bro. Like, be honest with you.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I remember where 2K. Well, I remember where Ticket came from. Ticket came from guys like Carsino for Life and Big Mike, Too Raw for TV. Those type of guys. Look those dudes up, bro. Like if you ever get a
yeah,
chance. But
I seen Too Raw for TV. I
yeah,
seen
Too Raw for TV and them. They all come from the same plight. So realistically, bro, like Ticket has had 400 to 500,000 subscribers 10 times over, bro. Trust me. Way,
Yeah.
way, way before Low has had it, brother. So I'm not
Oh,
not
what?
not to discourage Low, man, because I just don't like the way Low talk basketball a lot of times, but that's just me. But
Oh,
in terms of ticket, bro, I think that's his whole entertainment pitch, like
mm,
just getting in that argument and everything and doing and a lot of the antics and everything. Like I think that's his pitch. And when you fall for it, like Breezy was saying with Bobby, you gonna lose that battle because that's what he do. That's what he
yeah.
always do. Like if you stay to your guns, kind of like how Mars did and everything, man. Like then you'll have a significant chance. I don't think Mars
Right.
has ever struck me as an antics guy. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
somebody that's gonna talk it and make that point across. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I think you just gotta just stay to your guns when it comes to ticket, man. Like it just
I don't
you know
know,
let
man.
that.
I thought Big again. I thought Big Ox he was solid in that debate, but just the antics. I thought he was a little ruffled. You know, like his feathers got a little ruffled. And he was again. He's combative, so he's ready to compete. He's not easily shook neither. Like he's definitely competitive. I like Big Ox. His style with debating. I just felt like the antics thing. You know, that's not his style. You know what I
Yeah, and
mean?
it
And
shouldn't be.
I thought that he tried to show Ticket TV like, yo, I could do that. You know what I mean? Opposed to showing up like, yo, I'm Big Ox. This is my style versus your style. And I think that's what makes fights. You know, styles make different styles make fights. You know what I mean? So
And,
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for, and I thought that's where, you know what I mean. I'm like, oh, all
and
right, you know what I
and
mean?
and and to add on to that, bro, like the way Ticket treats like this whole thing, the whole back and forth banner and these basketball arguments, it's almost like battle rap, 1-on-1 basketball, like boxing matches and shit, like promos for WWE. He's all of that in one. That's how he treats it, bro. Like it's just how he treats it, bro. I don't know if that's the entertainment portion of it that he's bringing, and that's the entertainment portion of it that he's bringing. But that's just how he treats it. Nobody else on YouTube is treating it that way, bro. Not Too Raw for TV, not Carcino for Life, not none of them, bro. Like, but he treats the debate portion of this shit that way, bro. If you see Lamont, bro, like and
No,
everybody in it.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because when I'm watching Player's Choice, I think that Ron he does a good job. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely, you know, dealing with a lot of personalities at once. Definitely wants people to have space to talk. And my take on Ron with the Ticket is dominating the conversation thing is that's Ron's job. You know, I think Ron is the moderator. He's the host. I would imagine he's supposed to step in and say, "Yo, this, that, and the third." Now,
He
what
does.
let me speak to this, Avion. I want to hear what Avion gonna say. But be all right. Like this is my show. Like this, my page, my show, that kind of thing, right? Type shit. So I'm the moderator, right? So I want to be the best. I want to get better at moderating. So that way, if there's a lot of people on a panel, I give everybody space to talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, I don't
Yeah.
want you to be on a panel and not talking, because then you could just be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And like, share, comment, subscribe. But yeah, Avion, talk to me. What were you gonna say, bro? I was listening.
No, I was saying, I mean, I get what you leave saying about Ticket and stuff like that and his brand and stuff. But I mean, him and Dreamers Pro have a similar, you know, kind of like platform, man. They're in like a securely like a isolated area, in another country somewhere where they can feel comfortable talking reckless and calling people out their names. And
That's a
you want to
fact.
and you want to keep it sports. And Leaf, I respect what you're saying. You want to keep it sports, but when you on a panel like this on Big Ox channel, and we talk about basketball and stuff like that. If you have a guy always interrupting your take, like, hey, like the first couple of seconds, like the whole 2 hour of the show, and you
Right.
can't get your take off,
Mm.
it's nothing the moderator can do because he kicks him out, then bring back and kicks him out. He mutes her every time. He always interrupts. Nobody can take their takes off. It ruins at the time. I don't care how big of a fan you are a ticket. It ruins the content of the show because one person dominates like the whole entire show. So for this instance, ticket I watch ticket TV sometimes, and and all them dudes over there, like they known for like dominating and being disrespectful and calling dudes out their names. You know what I'm saying? They take it away from sports, bro. And
Yeah.
I just feel
No,
like
no, definitely. I shied away from a content creator because he was talking crazy, and respectfully, I feel the same way. I think, now that I gotta defend myself and take time out to make sure that you respecting me, because my thing is with basketball content, it brings people together, it brings fans together, and we can actually have fun talking ball. And that's partly why I do it. Obviously I want to have a lot of subscribers and make money. I mean, that comes with the territory or whatever, or that just comes with the game of it. But you gotta kind of love what you do to put in the time and energy to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
but for that to happen, you got to feel respected for one. You don't want to be arguing. It's one thing to debate. I could have fun debating somebody. I'm not really having fun arguing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to fight for my respect. So if anybody got to fight for the respect, I imagine it could be a difficult workplace. But again, shout to all of them. And Ron has a tough task. These are 6 different personalities. You got to find a way to make it.
Well, I would add to that, not to cut you off, but I would add to that by saying that PC has a tough task. Now, everything Avion said, bro, in terms of a guy just being like just calling people out there and all of that, in any given standpoint, I agree with. But in the case of PC, I think just in terms of where they came from, and over a year. If you go look at everything on their page right now, you go look at their shorts and their highest paid and their highest viewed stuff, 90% of that shit got tickets, facing and then
that's
name
fact.
and everything all over it. So realistically, bro, they're thinking they in the business of politics now, because now they already seen what ticket is bringing in, whether people come in the chat and they say things about them or not. Because at the same time they watching. No, so whether it's good or whether it's bad, people is coming in. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, they're thinking more of, all right, yo, damn, this shit is growing. This shit is growing that rapidly. Is it because of the ticket, bro? Like, and they not gonna probably ain't gonna say it out loud just because of how basically autopilot ticket can be. And basically a ticket time bomb ticket can be, man. We all know them to be that, but at the same time, in the case of PC, that's something that they value.
Yeah.
At least, bro. Like, that's not something that's not something that I will value on my page. That's probably definitely not something that Breezy will value on his page, because we had that situation, bro, and that situation went left.
Yeah, it did. And I told him, I told that content creator, I mean, the locker room, I told him, I'm like, yo, that's why I shied away from you. You know what I mean? I feel like you're talking crazy on my page. And, before you got there was none of that. So it was foreign to them. So they like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I look at it like this. These are grown men that I don't know, but we here in support of a team that we all love. This team, that's the common thread. And I respect that energy and I protect that energy. So I will never be in a situation where I'm letting the Frank stand fly or you know what I'm saying? One of those type of things where you just like, yo, did you hear Breezy? He was going crazy.
Listen, I'll put it to you this way. I have this.
I see you, Andre. I see you, big dog hunting.
I have Dre. What's up? I have dissed many teams and many NBA players on here, but I have not, under no circumstances, bro, ever told anybody that was on none of these chats with me that they don't know ball. You ain't never heard me say that out of my mouth. You ain't never heard me come out of my face and say anything about anybody up here or everything. I ain't even just nobody takes, be honest with you, bro. Like what I would always say, yo, whatever you said, that might be true, but another thing could be true as well. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has been up here with me, and that's the one thing I always stood on, because at the end of the day, bro, like it. Listen, we all making talking points, and we all know something about this game, bro, and we
Right.
all know some type of
And
fact. So
at minimum, you love the game, and I can respect and appreciate the enthusiasm. So even if you may be wrong about what you're talking about, the fact that you brought it up to make conversation or show love to my page, bro, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
definitely,
Yeah.
and Avion, you had a point. I feel as though a lot of the status YouTubers, bro, like even not just Ticket, but Low and to a great point, bro. Even Chilltown to like a certain extent, like they'll give you that attitude, like yo, like if you bring a take or bring something to them, but like they'll give you that, that little elbow room and that little attitude and that little dismantleness, like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah. Yep.
you hear it with Low. You don't just hear it with Ticket, you hear it with Low. That's why I don't really talk to him too much no more. And you hear it with other dudes that's not even near that level that I've been on their page before they even got monetized, and I can't even really mess with them too much no more. But that's neither here nor there. But I feel like everybody is like we all kind of just reading too much into everybody else's takes anyway, bro. Like the debate
Yeah.
portion of it, it's always been a silly thing to me because we debate in different eras and different stuff when it's a whole bunch of things put in place that we may or may not know about, and we can't read everything on the internet, bro. Like it's some shit you had to be there to see.
That's
You know
why
what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I feel
so,
like I feel like I'm sorry to cut you off. Like for PC, like I feel like it became more commercialized. I feel like as fans, like the engagement is kind of been like cut off a little bit because it's been monetized. You got all these different shows on that channel, you know, and it feels like the fan engagement is like it's not what it once was, and I guess it's becoming a big channel. But when I go to FYF, it feels more like a home. It feels like you're more engaged and more involved. You know, let you get your takes off and stuff like that. Like the content never changed, bro. It felt more like welcoming. That's why I feel like more comfortable at FYF than PC. You know,
I agree with you, Avion, but at the same time,
Wow.
the rapid noise that PC made in the last year can't be ignored. But at the same time, Ticket got some type of hand put into that. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So the thing is, they know what they doing over there. Shaq, listen, Shaq and them dudes, they got their eye on what this is, and the bigger picture in terms of the business side of it. And if Ticket is gonna keep getting suspended, and then keep coming back, it's almost like he kind of got it set up to how with Draymond got it set up with the Warriors almost.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, not to say it like that, man. And listen, I got all the respect in the world for Ticket. I ain't got a negative thing to say in this world about Ticket, bro. Like, they ever seen me? I got called for glazing Ticket, bro. Like on an episode, man. And then I basically had to fight my way out of that because mostly it's the young generation. It's a lot of these 20-something-year-olds, man, in their 20s. And they 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 come out of the straight out of the internet streets type of mentality in terms of like, yo, I ain't letting Ticket talk like that to me, man, like this. So they gonna match the 4 letter words with the 4 letter words. You know what I'm saying? Almost. And like for people that don't really understand Ticket's pedigree, that's the certain thing that he'll get you. But you got to understand his psychology in order to really understand. Like his psychology is really the entertainment portion of it. Because let's face it, we ain't
hmm
just up here to talk basketball. We up here to entertain. That's why I talk the shit that I talk, bro.
You
That's
know
why I
what?
go off that. Like I go off, bro. Like well, there's more and more people coming into my man Breezy stream. Not maybe not because of me, but I would like to think, bro. But listen, if I don't say this shit ain't getting done or a mother f this or mother f that, bro, like we just sitting there just getting along. Like what fun is that? You know what I'm saying?
I
At the same
mean,
time, we gonna have to entertain at some point.
Yeah, but my thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. Growing up, for the most part, I was shy. You know, I tell people all the time, man, I was never the guy who was the funniest in class. I was always shy to smile because I had big teeth. Bro, like I wasn't the funny guy. I was probably the more of the cool guy than the funny guy. And the talking to guy, like doing a podcast, I would have never thought that would have been me. Case in point is, things change. And again, I think I'm here because I love basketball. That's all facts. Now I said all that to say that I always stay authentic in a way where I don't necessarily know what works. I wish I did. I got 465 subscribers. Shout to everybody that subscribed tonight. But I just stay authentic to what it is that I know. Because if I go off the rail and somebody take my style, which I was considering authentic, I will be mad as fuck. I'm like, hold on, that was my style. Then I changed it.
See, but you're treated like the rap game. Like, hold up, this nigga took my shit, bro. Like, wait a minute, hold up, hold on.
I'll be tight. Shout to Duke Blake, like he said.
But the thing is, this is how the internet streets work. You can't go to the police and somebody steal your shit, nigga. You robbed, nigga. That's all there is to it.
Hold on. Two things I want to say. While Avion and said, shout out to Avion Plumber, man. I always follow. I'll be listening to him on channels, and you'll be seeing him in the comments. First off, shout out to you. But on those PC comments, y'all see me in the chat, tap the like button, that kind of thing. Bruh, they be wilding in the chat. They be wilding.
That's why I don't pay attention to the chat too much.
But what I'm saying is, again, Chilltown Hoops, his name is Chill. He don't never be chilling. He be going at the chat.
He definitely be going at the chat.
He chilling. Chill don't be chilling.
Chill. Listen,
he be having.
You gotta understand.
Let me say this. Respectfully, he be having to defend his name. They be calling him all out his name, calling him all type of offensive things that could definitely touch your soul. Like, yo, bro, you can't call me that. Fuck you. Like I seen him spazzing on the chat. Like, yo, you can't talk to me like that, bro. Like, I'm a real
listen. I ain't gonna lie. He done invited people.
Let me get this off. He talking to them like, yo, I'm a real human. I'm a real person. You cannot fucking talk to me like that. Like, y'all think it's entertaining to see me riled up and vexed because y'all think y'all have the power to do that. But he even said, yo, my job is to watch the chat. They asking me to engage in the chat. And now that I'm engaging in the chat, this how y'all engage with me? Calling me all of this type of shit. Like, I could just ignore y'all and just talk to the panel. That's one of the things that I like about Players Choice. And like I said prior, this is the difference between ESPN and those big shows and Players Choice and or FYF and FYF and Players Choice that interact with the chat. To the point where on Players Choice, you can't really jump on the pin. I was on the Players Choice one time and I was hyped. And I ain't really get much airtime, but I've been on FYF mad different times. You know what I'm saying? So it is a difference between FYF and Players Choice. And there are fans that can gravitate to the side of talking basketball where it's a lot of shit talking and insults might fly back and forth. There's space for that on YouTube, but that's got to be your style. Because if it's not your style, if you don't have a tough skin for that, you should be honest from the jump and say, yo, I ain't even like that. Because if you start fucking around and you ain't like that, they're gonna push your buttons, and then before you know it, you're gonna be out of character, say some shit you probably didn't want to say because you was emotional. And again, on social media, the way you handle it is not the way everybody handle it. People can't handle being embarrassed the same way this person could. You embarrass me some type of way, this person might react a different type of way than this person is going to react.
I think before you say anything, Avion, I think the spoken word on the internet and the spoken word in real life is two different things. And the spoken word on the internet, bro, like basically you dealing with hundreds of millions of people that you wouldn't never would interact with probably if the internet never really existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as in terms of that, but so now everybody is a little bit more comfortable by how they talk on how they type. But you know what I'm saying? Like everybody is a little bit. It's more of a comfort zone these days, bro. Like and I'm aware that it is how it is, and it's not like I got a whole bunch of dollars that could and I could just take trips and find IP addresses and beat the shit out of everybody that ever said anything bad about me. If I
Yeah.
could, bro, like it definitely, bro, everybody be putting hands on. It'd be like Jay and Silent Bob, and I take a baseball bat to the small high school
He
kids
said
and all of that
Jay,
shit.
Silent
You know,
Bob. I remember
you
that
know what I'm
movie.
saying? So I'll be on that type of time. But even when I talked about it in the chat, bro, like I don't really address it too much, especially not in PC, bro. Like because the thing is, not one, I'm not even on there that long. I'm on the like chill show or somebody else show. I come on. I definitely don't come on Open Gym no more because Open Gym is basically like a age dynamic type of thing, bro. Like where
Mhm.
it's like, all right, yo, this is the young dude show, and this is what they think of the game. It's
Nah, I'm
more
Oh,
not.
that boy Devin, bro. Like the man Devin. Yeah,
yeah.
bro. Weird.
It's definitely more than like a legend of what type of style of the of talking basketball. And a lot of them that follow him is all of that in that domain, and you can find them in the Discord as well. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So
Well, hold on,
I
let me
definitely mindful of the way I move around on YouTube now for
right,
sure.
but yeah, no, of course, Avion. I just wanted to ask you, oh, you have a favorite? This sound wild, but it's just how it sound. Do you have a favorite content creator? I was gonna say panelist. I just changed the content creator.
Uh,
Like on the player's choice specifically, like do you have like who's your favorite to watch on the player's choice when they on the panel together? Like what chemistry do you like? Who you like seeing talk basketball together? Is it Chill and Ox, Big Ox, or is it Damo and maybe Mars? It's or a culmination, all of them. Like what is it that you like about the player's choice show? I like the show. I'm not
uh,
saying it in a pun like I don't
no.
like the show. I do like the show. But because we talking about Ticket in the mix with him in the panel and Ticket kind of being coming into the player's choice, being his own entity, you understand what I'm saying? Like it's not like the player's choice made him. Like he didn't come up from player's choice. He was already a made man when he got there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I'm saying that to say, how do you think the mix is? Do you think that's a good mix with Ticket in the player's choice? Is it entertaining? Are they talking more basketball or how do you feel?
Well, to answer your first question, I would say Chill and Ox probably one. I tune in like the most because you get like authentic like basketball takes and they break it down and
Mhm.
and they don't like rush you like to get you off air. Like they let you get your take off and explain and it's like a conversation there. To the whole general about the panel itself, um, I mean I like the like how it's set up. Like they have like they put Dom on that panel for a reason. They put Dom on the panel for Ticket. You, you know what I'm saying? Because Dom has the same type of energy Ticket is on. So
Okay.
they had that like for ratings aspect. And then you have more chill town, like more of the calm old head, that like they can step into both eras and stuff like that. And they got like the new school with Dub and Mars, and then Ron. So I mean, I like it. I mean, it's entertaining. I mean, it's all about numbers. We know this. It's all about numbers.
Oh yeah,
People are
definitely.
I mean, people are not going to watch the player's choice if tickets not on there. Like that panel, is player's choice. Like
But
people
that's
don't.
interesting. That's interesting because I was watching Player's Choice before Ticket was part of it, and then when I seen Ticket part of it, I said, "Yo, this show about to be better." Do you think that Ticket makes the Player's Choice panel better?
I think. God, it's tough. I think he makes it more entertaining. So if you want
Okay.
to put entertaining, I think yeah, he does make it better because he bring like a different side of audience that like entertainment, like they like to watch First Take or Undisputed, like they need that villain, like they need that loudmouth, like they need someone like to hate. That's how you bring that audience in. So I think that's why you need them.
I think this whole situation realistically it's comedy to me because of like we already know that like a lot of this stuff, you can't tell me, man. Like, listen, as passionate as anybody as one of us is always about basketball and about the NBA and it's about teams, man. You cannot tell me, bro. Like, this has all been ignited, bro. And then the words started flying and this, that, and the third, man, it's going to be taken serious. It was just that the fact that those words were said on that platform that Shaq had felt like he had to do something about it
Yep.
because that's not the platform and that's not the product that he want to
Got
put forward.
sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the sponsors and everything. Well, the sponsors, I guess that they had or that they had in the past or whatever, because they did have different sponsors in the past, this, that, and the third. But me personally, I listen. I love every second of it, bro, and the chat love every second of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, we entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like we like if we just up here talking, like a lot of people would like to say to me, bro, like yo, Leaf, yeah, you only spin narratives, but guess what, bro? The NBA sells you nothing but narratives all day.
Yeah, that's facts.
They sell you nothing
That's
but
facts.
narratives all day, bro. Like you're mad at me for telling you what they sold you because the thing is you tolerate it, bro. Like that's how
Hmm.
passionate we are about basketball. So you tolerate the bad calls, you tolerate the missed calls, you tolerate all of the antics that go on the court, you tolerate all of the bullshit that you see
No,
from
hold on. I wanted
this.
to add to that because I didn't know the conversation was going to go there. But since we here, this whole thing with Chris Paul and the referee, I think is nasty work. I don't want to see personal gripes between players and refs. I want to
I
see.
do.
Hold on. I want to see. I want to see the game be called clean as possible. And now, even with the whole in game tournament, I'm not mad that we didn't make it because of point differential. I would be mad if we didn't make it because we lost differential and like we was losing games. But the fact that we won and we 3-1 out of 4 games on any week, I'm good with three and
Right.
one out of 4 games. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
we
Yeah.
got to get into why we didn't make it because the Chicago Bulls decided that they said fuck everybody, bro. Like yo, hey, we was just gonna lose. That's what had happened if they would have competed against the Boston Celtics like they compete against us instead of holding their starters to under 25 minutes, bro. Like then that game probably would have went different. The fact that it didn't, they just said they just decided to say F everybody else. Notice that them and the Lakers both lost by a whole bunch of points in the same week, bro. Like, what does that tell you? That tells you that this is business, bro. The NBA, when it say NBA, that E stands for entertainment,
hold on, hold on,
and they in the
hold on.
business of
Shout out to
entertainment.
Avion, man. Thanks for pulling up, man. It was dope having you on.
Appreciate it, Avion, but
Pull up anytime, bro. Anytime.
I just want to continue to tell you this, bro, because this is something that I know that from observing so much of watching, bro. Like anytime a team like that of prowess, like the Los Angeles Lakers, they feel like they could get away with some shit, bro. Like the league gonna allow it, and the league is gonna allow them to basically bite off a wholesale, bro, on the Chicago Bulls. And the reason being is because you can see the writings right on the wall, bro. Like we know what some bullshit is going on. We just decided to keep it basketball and ignore it and not, put it out there for the people. I'm like, fuck that. I'm putting that shit out there
No,
because we
my
all need
thing,
to know.
but no, I don't mind that, bro. But content creators, they're gonna say what they're gonna say. I'm not tripping off that. I'm more glad that the Brooklyn Nets are over that side of it, where we as a team in a city is more focused on basketball than the narratives that get spun by the media, bruh. But the KD Kyrie era, I had enough of the media and them talking about stuff outside of basketball.
Me too.
So so
Me
I'm
too.
I'm I'm good with it. So if yeah, all of that stuff happening and all those other teams have at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no issues with it. I'm just glad that the Brooklyn Nets are focused on playing a great brand of basketball. So
And one of the reasons why, like, not just I think we could win an NBA championship with this group is that I want to win an NBA championship with this group is because when you look at the cast of characters and you look at the no narrative thing that we have not attached to our team anymore. When you see no superstars, the first thing you think of is the 2004 Pistons. That's the first thing you think of. It's all about basketball. It's all
Right,
about the
we
players.
said
It's
that.
all about the group. It's all about everybody. The coach, from the coach to the guards to the forwards to the centers, bro. Like it's all about everybody, as opposed to like a team like the Nuggets winning, and we just talking about Joker's legacy, or we talking about Curry's legacy when the Golden State Warriors win, or we talking about LeBron legacy when he win. We not talking about the other players. The thing is, when the team with the way that we assemble win it all, we ignite basketball, we ignite a team, we ignite the whole concept of team, we ignite unity, we ignite all of that, bro. Like if like once we started winning 1 to 11, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
barely, if you go in the playoffs, bro, how many teams is running past 1 through 8? If we won 1 through 11, if we run it effectively, bro, we could win it. We could take over this whole shit.
Yeah,
Because
no,
the
but I
thing
think
is,
I think I think that's what
it's hard
we
because
seeing that we seeing some of that. I don't want to make it seem like we not seeing some of that. We are seeing a strong sample size of what Jock Vaughn is doing. He's giving a good 8 to 10 players minutes. I've seen them play the 11th man. They didn't get significant minutes, but the shit, a
right,
good 8, 9, 10 players got significant minutes, which
right,
is on the good side, more than decent, and a
right,
little bit better than good. May not be the
right.
best amazing shit, but it's working for the Brooklyn Nets.
Right. But the main thing when we do that in the regular season, it's one thing to do that in the regular season. It's another thing to do that in the postseason. Because in the postseason, bro, like now you adding different elements and you saving secret weapons for different series and different series and adding different pieces to different teams that you playing against just to try to match up because that's how it is in the playoffs, man. Matchups make the series, and 9 times out of 10, whoever got the best matchup is gonna win the series. But the thing is, with our team is, bro, like barn health, we could actually navigate the matchups into our favor just by not playing 1 or 2 players and by holding like say 1 through 9 instead of playing Ben Simmons, man. We play Lonnie Walker and DSJ, and then in another series we play DSJ and Ben Simmons instead and then maybe Lonnie Walker maybe sit out maybe a couple games or
No,
then
I'm not. I'm again like I'm
you,
honest with you, bro. I'm taking it game by game. I'm not even tripping off series and all of that because I think the continuity we looking for, we're finding the 82 game season, and I think Jock Vaughn, I think he will open up. Usually coaches in the playoffs they play like a 7 man rotation, but I don't think that's JV style. I think he's going to play like a good 8. Maybe he might stay strict to 8. I'll give you that. I don't know if he reaches the 9, 10, 11 man rotation in the playoffs, but I definitely give him benefit of the doubt to say he played 8 to 10 players, 8 to 9 players, 8 to 9,
right.
maybe 10, but I definitely say 9 for sure.
And the thing that I figured out, man, boy, when you running a 1 to 9 or even a 1 through 10 or 1 through 11, like and effectively with players that are effectively have their imprint on the game, each with each one of those players, it's hard for the NBA to control those games because the thing is, those players are gonna put their stamp on the game no matter what. It's going to be
Yeah.
hard for the NBA and referees to take us out of a box. One of the games that proved that to me, you know, what game that proved that to me
Okay.
last year when we played the Nuggets, bro. Like we went into Denver last year after the trade deadline, and we had that team that won with them. Now, despite the fact that we had a different supporting cast with Joe Harris. And Ed Sumner and a lot of the guys that came up big in that game, but it took all hands on deck to beat a team that was basically destined and winded up winning the NBA championship.
Yeah.
And only on home court, bro. Like and that's how we won that game. It was that game right there that gave me the epiphany that I had and basically leaving me with the idea and with the knowledge of knowing, bro, like that, listen, if the shit is done right and effectively, bro, like we could fuck around, like we can win the NBA championship. And
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
only person that knows that, bro, on this planet, bro.
Listen, I hear you, man. All I'm saying is, I think that right now with us, again, like I said earlier in the conversation, I like Jock Vaughn, what he doing with not a healthy roster. Not all coaches can do what he's doing. If they star player, and we don't have a quote unquote star player, so this gotta be contributed to the coaches. If they star player, could you imagine the Chicago Bulls without Zach LaVine and fucking DeMar DeRozan? Bruh, you kidding me? If imagine the Kings without Fox. Mike Brown is a great coach, but he ain't never been in a situation where he ain't had Fox for this stretch of this many games.
Right.
So again, when a coach don't have their star players, a lot of the stuff is relied on what their strategy is in the system they got going. And then you see Katie, hold on, look, and then you see Katie and Kyrie coming here, in my opinion, with the air of confidence that they didn't necessarily need Nash to coach. They got it. They could coach. With that, and you see how far that got us in 4 seasons. Right. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, again, like I say, coaching is priority when it comes down to building a core and a fan base and a culture. The coach makes a lot of sense. Fans want to back the coach just as much as they want to back the players. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And I listen, as far as like PC goes, bro. Listen, I like everything. I like most of the stuff that they do over there. I chimed in. There's some different pages they had. Well, of course, me and you raised hell on the Bulls channel, man. We gonna soon raise hell on them other channels because they got a Lakers show and they got a Warriors show. 2 franchises that I piss on almost daily, bro. Like, so, and pretty soon, man, we gonna come through, bro, with the tag team, elbow drop them niggas, bro, and get them up out of there the same way we got the Bulls up out of there, but sooner than later. But I like our shit. You know what I'm saying? I like the small podcast, man. Like the shit my own, man. My man Bob, the podcast that's under the my man Sports PSP, Brandon from the Block, those type of dudes. Man, and that's
I didn't know. I didn't know. I never been on. He do live Sports PSP. I seen
yeah, Sports PSP. He do lives, but he do mainly football and everything.
Okay, he do football. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I like our shit, man.
Yeah, that's what I like. I follow Big Ox more so than anything, but shout to True the King. He's a Celtic fan, but he showed me love just on some fan to fan content.
Shout out to my man Showtime. He a Clipper fan, man.
Yeah, Showtime is dope too. Mostly I've been on this panel like maybe once or twice, but I be in the chat with Showtime more. So I know Big Priest be over there a lot, and I'll go over there and listen to it because Big Priest is on this.
Because Big Priest is over there. Yeah,
but definitely. I like Showtime content. I think he's a good content creator for sure. So, but there's not a lot that I go to. The pull up, I like the pull up too.
The pull up, yeah. The pull up was cool, man. With buddy over there, man.
With BJ and Rick Massey.
BJ Rick Massey. Yeah. Who's another podcast that was ill, man.
And pretty much FYI for Players Choice. Oh, and Chilltown Hoops, like
his own show, by himself. Yeah,
I rock with that.
Definitely,
Dub shit is cool too. Dub had a good video the other day. I checked Dub shit out.
I think my main thing, man, like I'm gonna try to just do more play by play my own for the games, bro. Like especially obviously most of our games, of course, but try to do more play by play when we not playing. We'll try to do something around the league, man, because obviously it's some teams that I usually scout, man, like even before, like weeks beforehand, see what type of game we gonna end up in and everything. Try to compare, contrast the shit. You know, I'm more into that, man, than anything. That's one of the reasons why, like when you brought up the schedule, I always talked about teams down the line and shit. Even though, like, I don't want people to focus on what they doing. Like, I know we focus on what we doing, but at the same time, we still gotta have our eye to the NBA streets in terms of like, all right, the do's and don'ts. Like when it comes to certain teams and like the schemes and different play schemes and patterns that we would run. As far as defensive schemes and offensive schemes, offensively, I feel like we kind of like know what we want to do, but I feel like defensively, I feel like we could draw up so many different plans and so many different strategies for like how we attack, especially now that we taking a lot more chances on defense, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
I seen that last game, and yo, I know where I could find it at. It was a direct quote. Now that you mentioned that, you just reminded me. Yeah, and I seen this quote, and I was like, yo, that's exactly what I seen tonight. And to see him articulate it in a press conference, I was like, oh, he does know what he's doing. This shit isn't by chance. This is a strategy that he's implementing. So
Yeah.
I think he's again to answer what's his name? Claude Smith. He says, I can't think of any coach that have JV optimistic, pumped up deposition in their press conferences. That's another thing too. Jacque Vaughn is a high energy coach, ready for every press conference. And he talk ball. You know, he
and what you was just saying about the defensive strategies not being thrown out too soon. I think just off the strength that you said that, bro. Like I was thinking that's why I was thinking about Ben Simmons' timeline, or maybe even Cam Thomas timeline and DSJ timeline, in terms of them being saved, man, for like certain more important parts of the season and more important parts going in late into the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I don't feel like he's throwing the kitchen sink in terms of defensive game plans, bro, like that's probably because he's saving some shit for later. Maybe.
But I wasn't necessarily saying he's saving it for later. I said he's saving Ben Simmons for later because they looking at it like, look, if we know we only going to get 50, 55 games out of Ben Simmons, do we want him to play in the first 55 games or the last? They rather him miss maybe 20, 30 games in the beginning of the season opposed to 20, 30 games in the end of the season. So I think it's more of that than anything. On top of that, he was probably hooping real hard as much as he could. And like maybe he only maxes out like, yo, I don't want to play cautiously. And my thing is he was playing cautiously. So if you're going to play like that, you got to know that, you know, defenses is going to harp on that and be able to neutralize you if necessary. Hold on. Shout to Claude Smith. He goes, keep going. What you're doing, Breezy. You're going to be successful. I visited many Nets podcasts over the years. Your show have the idea vibe to me. Oh, all right. That's what's up, man. Claude Smith, I appreciate that. And this motivates me to continue. I am going to continue. You know what I mean? Word. So yeah, I appreciate that. Shout to the chat. Shout to everybody that support the page. Leaf and everybody that jump on the panel and kick it with me and everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? The sharing part is cool as hell too, man. Share. I'll be getting, you know what I'm saying? I'll be saying that y'all be sharing it. Please continue to share it. That's just definitely love talking basketball, man. Brooklyn Nets my favorite team. Cam Thomas my favorite player. And you know what? I don't know if I said that. I always said that Brooklyn Nets was my team, and I never really KD, I guess, or Kyrie when he was on the team, and Spence. But to say I will always look at it like my favorite player on the team, not necessarily in the league. But with Cam Thomas, oh yeah, man, Cam Thomas is my favorite player in the league. Now you go everybody can have their own favorite player and say that it's whomever, but Cam Thomas is my favorite player in the league, and I'm gonna stay with
Cam Thomas is definitely my favorite player on the team for sure. A guy that I kind of wish we had, bro. Like we like light years away from is Zion. I ain't gonna lie, Zion is one of he's the epitome of where I think the game of basketball, the game the league that I kind of fell in love with, man. That get to the basket by any means necessary type of guys, man. Like when I first seen AI and Vince Carter's and all of them, bro, like they didn't have like the money mirror. They developed mid ranges and all of that over time and the three balls over time. But a lot of times they was living in that paint and living in the lane. They was trying to go get that layup and go get that dunk, man. Tex, what's going on?
Yo, now hold on, man. Yo, Tex ain't never been on the page. Yo, shout out to Tex, man. You know how we watch news. Yo, what up,
Tex? What up, man? Tex from out here too, man. Brooklyn, we all in here, man.
Oh, word, you from Brooklyn, Tex?
Yeah, you already know I'm from the town, my boy. You already know.
Yeah, Texas from out here, man. Yeah. What's
Yo,
the
now
deal,
that's
bro?
Brooklyn,
the
but
shot to
I'm
text,
on
shot to
X
no
right now
smoke.
and shit. But you know, it's always Brooklyn love. I've always been subscribed, but I never able to get like pop on. I guess I don't know with the notifications
Text
and all
what you
that.
doing in
But
the
it just
X,
popped up.
bro. I was out
Yeah,
there.
I know. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. Don't
Yeah,
watch
nah,
face.
yo,
Don't watch
you more,
face.
you
Leave.
more,
It's nasty work right now. Chill
yeah,
out.
nah,
Chill out.
Yeah.
you more than welcome to pull up to the panel and talk hoops with us, man. That's what we doing. We was talking about and then I would love
We
to
was
hear
talking about the panel, bro.
player's choice. And his name is Context Matters. I always liked his I always liked his name. So I want to hear Context opinion. He works with Ox on No Snooze. I watch that. You know what I mean? They got a lot of different topics. They talk about music. They talk about the weather. They talk about a lot of different things. You know what I mean? So you know, you guys in the chat, go subscribe to Big Ox channel. They got a show called No Snooze. I think it comes on Monday and Friday. Correct?
Yeah,
It's
Monday and Friday.
Friday.
That's correct. That's a fact. That's a fact.
See, I'm a fan
Yeah.
of the show. I told you.
No,
I'll be
you
watching.
tapped in. You tapped in. You tapped in. But salute for that,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah, they
appreciate
do
that.
come on Mondays and Fridays. Even Bobby sorry ass didn't hit me up for none of this shit, even though he said he wanted to, but it's all good.
Yo, now I like that trio between Context Matter and Big Ox and
That's
Devo.
all.
Dezo, my fault. I said Devo.
Yeah.
Dezo, yeah, Dezo. I like it. I like their content, man. That shit is fire. But
I appreciate
Context
that.
Matters, man. Yo,
Appreciate
let
that,
me
man.
ask you, bro. What you think about what's going on with the panel? Is it something that you know? I mean, do you know what we talking about, like with the panel?
Yeah,
And,
yeah. I'm pretty in tune. Before let me just get into that. So like obviously I don't got like really like inside like information and all that. But like basing off what I'm looking at, it's an injunction that they're dealing with, right? How to maintain the talent. The difference of opinion in the talent that they got to deal with, and then at the same time to build the brand up. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is when you're building up the brand, you have to have integrity, but you also need to garner attention, right? To get sponsorships, to get, ad revenue, things of that nature. These are all things that, when you're going into the YouTube world, you got to kind of plan for, right? And try to build it up based off of that. And I just think like PC, I think it's just difference of opinion. Like they're all passionate about talking hoops, right? I feel like obviously Mars is the most stoic one. And Mars and Chill are the most stoic one, which is like the oldest and the youngest, right? And everybody else in between is kind of like the spectrum, right? And I feel like they're all necessary. That's the good thing about the panel, in my opinion. I think they're all necessary. I don't think one works without the other to the same capacity. You know what I'm saying?
So you like the mix of the panel and then
yeah, for sure. Like to me, I just feel like if you calling people out their name, right, without any rapport with them, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, when you chop it up with your mans, we in the barbershop and all that, you might throw a little vulgar word out there. You might say a funny joke, crack a funny joke. You know what I'm saying? To like, to lighten the mood, or that's how we talk.
break
we
the ice or some shit. Like
right. But we cut we from the town, so we cut ass on each other no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Every time we see leaf brim, we start cutting leaf brim. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like that's how we move. No. Shout out to my son, leaf.
We got the same hand injury he had for the last 5 months, bro. Like, what the hell going on, bro?
Yo, chill out, gang. I'm working on that.
We definitely want your hand to heal, man.
For real, bro. That shit should have healed up.
No. It's actually because I had like it was fracture on both sides, and I got nerve issues now. So it's really just the nerve issues. Yeah. It was a crazy situation. But I don't want to, we'll chop it up about that another time and all that. But to get back to your point, Breezy, like I said, like they just take a break, cool heads off. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep the momentum going where everybody's kind of talking out of pocket to each other. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like
they got another show coming on tomorrow, so they skipped today, but they got another show coming tomorrow. So that's good. They took a day off. They took 1 day off.
Yeah. So in my opinion, the way I look at it, like, right, is the people that actually go through the most situations, like, in terms of like turmoil and stuff like that, I think those make the best moments. You know what I'm saying? Which is the crazy part about it, right? The talent kind of bickering with each other and going at it with each other and, cutting each other's heads off. That's the one that be going super lit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to take away from that. You dig what I'm saying? Like you kind of want to harp on that and kind of like, double up on it. But I think it's just more so they got to talk to each other, like whether it be
Right.
Ticket and Damo, Ticket and Mars. I think they just need to have an understanding, like, okay, like what when you presenting this, like how you trying to present your persona, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just they're not understanding that. I know they get that Ticket is like this, but they be thinking like, oh, he gonna turn it off. Like, nah, son he's wired like this. That's how he move. He moved like that in life. So
Right. So hold on to add to that,
Mhm.
because from what I've heard, that it started because of an AD conversation. And my thing is, who won that debate in the first place? Like, was Ticket right or was Damo right?
I don't think it was a debate, bro. Like what I think it was is just like what understanding that on one side, man, Ticket felt some type of way about a guy that as talented as AD supposed to be showing effort, at least effort on on any and every given night, bro. Like, and I think Damo, he felt like Damo was giving a cop out in terms of like, yo, AD is just not that good, or let's just not that good, better than like the Joels or the Jokers and things like that, or for those type of players. And I think that kind of set Ticket off in that standpoint. But Ticket was still Ticket in my mind, but like at least from my vantage point, was still thinking, all right, man, I'm just come with what I come with all the time and how I feel all the time. You can't tell people how to feel in this, bro. Like especially when it comes to play to somebody like Ticket, bro, like that's gonna wear his stripes and gonna pull his pro basketball card almost all the time.
Yo,
You know
I think that shit is hilarious, man. No, serious. Like, imagine you talking to him and then you'll make valid points. He'd be like, man, I did this in real life. I'll be crying, like because my thing
Breeze.
is,
Go ahead, Breeze.
Yeah.
No, go ahead,
Breeze.
Breeze. Go ahead, Breeze.
I was just saying, like,
Go
I think that's the entertainment side of it to me. Like, he just be, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's authentic because it's true.
Right.
And at the fact that because of it, he's been because he's been doing it for so long. Again, I don't want to say that I'm biased or sick. That's not true. But the first time I did get serious about jumping on panels and lives on YouTube, it was Ticket TV channel. Like he was just there. He was like when you press live and you see they talk about basketball some shit, his channel popped up. He was in the algorithms, bro. He was putting in work, and I ain't never see Ticket take a day off. Me, I might take a day off. I might
right.
He ain't never take a day off. He making like 2 or 3 videos a day, bro. Like for real, real.
But that's the thing though. Like, and you gotta also remember too, fellas. Like, he's coming from the perspective of not, although he played pro, but he didn't reach to the level with the NBA, right? And he's seeing people with the talent, right, that are NBA talent, but they're not put in his opinion. And is it fair or not? How we judge AD in terms of effort? I don't know, because we don't live his life. You dig what I'm saying? He could be going through a lot of mental things where he don't. And I say this too. Some people just ain't built like that. Like AD just might not be built like that, where it's like we're gonna see super consistent stardom production from him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna show us a lot of flashes, a lot of good moments, a lot of star moments. But when it comes to that superstar, whenever you need it, he might not just be that guy.
I think the reason why Ticket was thinking differently is because he was on his way to at least get into to stepping into that point. That was his dream. That was his thing. That would, like, if you look at where the NBA players are today, bro, like, and all of those NBA players, that was his dream, man. He played professional. Like, we gotta remember, Ticket played professional basketball for 16 years. It wasn't in the NBA, but he did play professional basketball for 15, 16 years, bro. Like, now I say that to say that there's an emotion and there's a pride that comes with that. In terms of like, and in terms of knowing what you did to at least get and stay there for all of that time and all of that point. And I think there's players in the league that understand it. There's players that have played in the league that understand it, and I think Ticket somewhat understands that too.
Hold on, did you see the video where he was like, "Yo, if I became a plumber and I go in the world of plumbers, and I ain't gonna come
I
here
seen.
and
I
talking
saw that
shit like
video.
I was.
I watched it today.
I was crying
I
like so.
I
watched
didn't
I
it
see
think
today.
that
he's
shit.
trying to.
That's all mad funny though. I didn't see it. Though.
Right.
That is
It's
funny as hell,
it's
bro.
the analogy of like, yo,
Yeah.
y'all so critical of the game, but y'all won't listen to me, and I actually played. Y'all did not play. I think that's what's the entertaining part because it's all.
But I feel like if he pulls his basketball card a lot of times where he really don't have to. The thing is, it's so many people that read
it's
more about.
entertaining for him
It
to
is
do it.
entertaining. It is entertaining, but
Bro,
like in
that
terms
shit
in
is
terms
hilarious, bro.
in terms of the like the argument point, bro. Like I feel like he pulls his basketball card more times than not. And then
Right.
when he says something like, "Hey, yo, I stayed away from analytics for so long, and then I gave analytics a shot because a lot of the younger content creators, younger talkers, you know, they kind of
That's what they've
negate to
been
that.
to. Yeah, that's what
You
they
know,
kind of like geared
that's what they
towards. Yeah.
kind of binge to, in terms of the lows and in terms of like everybody under that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So my thing with Ticket is, bro, like I feel like a lot of the way he treats these debates is kind of like he's still on the court. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
Yes. Yeah. Literally. Yes.
yeah, literally. Like it's kind of like he's still on the court and he's playing how he was raised, grudge match type of basketball.
And that's why
You
you see he
seen some
goes with the banter with Chill, and he goes in the back and forth with Ox. And so this is what I'll say. My fault. I leave. I didn't want. Matter of fact, go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off. My fault. Finish your
yeah.
point,
So I feel like a lot of times, at least for like in my personal opinion, I don't really have opinion on it, but like I feel like a lot of times, I like he doesn't need to really do it, but you know when that's your mo, that's your mo. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
hold on.
Like,
Hey,
and,
context.
go ahead, Tex.
What you gonna say, Tex?
Oh yeah, nah. Yo, salute Breezy. I appreciate you for having my platform again, man. I'm gonna try to, start spreading the word, try to get this shit jinking. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this shit active.
Pull up, man. We be having fun.
For
Like
sure.
I only got a little bit of subscribers, but we be having fun.
No. We're gonna get it. We're gonna trust me. We're gonna get it rocking. You already know, my guy. But yes, but back to the point. Leaf, you made a great point. I agree with that. I think he looks at it in the same way. And I think people over exaggerate thinking that it's super, super personal. I think it's just he's just passionate about the same way that other people, but like Dub gets passionate, other players, a lot of people get passionate. Let's look at the first example when Ox got into the PC community, right? He was kind of looked at as the bad guy because he would say certain things like, yo, if you didn't play, you're not going to understand, or I'm not going to even continue this conversation with you because you ain't play. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So
he definitely pulled the card before, yeah, for sure.
Remember, right? And he would remember, and there was a whole big thing with him and Low when he was saying like, "Yo, you." So you got to remember that these are two different generations, generations of thought. You dig what I'm saying? The ones that are
context matter. You know what that breeds? That breeds the Ticket versus the world. That breeds certain stuff like that. Because I had came at Low and Mars. Like I didn't even know who Low was. You know what I mean? Like he wild popular. I checked him out earlier. He got like 240,000 subscribers, shit like that.
Got almost 500,000 subs. Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying that to say, but I'm coming at him not even knowing none of that. Because I was like, yo, the mid-range is important. He was like, yo, the mid-range ain't that important and some shit like that. I was like, what? And I mentioned DeMar DeRozan or some shit, and they try to get on me. I was like, nah, y'all missing a point. I'm just making a point of the fact that, again, like he's someone that got the same amount of points as Steph Curry. Now, again, the 2 and 3-pointer is only 1 point apart. So you got the motherfucking 3-pointer that's only 1 point apart from the 2-pointer, and DeMar DeRozan and Steph Curry, you wouldn't think they would have around the same amount of points or whatnot, but they do. So my point is that mid-range, regardless of generations, because it's funny, they always talking generational basketball, and I'm letting them know the mid-range will live forever. I don't care how y'all talk about space in the court, and that's cool. But the mid-range will live forever. That's what
I agree with that. And the mid-range is definitely prevalent in the playoffs because if you look at a lot of the teams that's been winning in the past couple of years outside of Steph, bro, like a lot of these teams have been like either inside the paint or like 15 feet in. Realistically,
and don't be even fooled. Even with Steph shooting so many threes, by the time when he was in MVP mode, he was able to be a quote unquote 3-level scorer at that time. He was able to still hit a midi. It wasn't like he would, but the thing about here's the funny thing. So the thing about the Warriors is the fact that they had literally probably one of the first offenses where everybody can hit a three on the floor. It was usually 4 shooters and a big man. They got to the point where it was 5 shooters. So now all these driving lanes and the backdoor cuts and all these things, you can get easy buckets because the lane is so open. But when you don't have a roster that can get that all the time, like you got a solid center that can shoot, you can't run that type of offense. You're gonna need a mid-range player. You're going to need, look at Phoenix, right? Phoenix has mid-range players. Dallas has mid-range players. Even though they have shooting, they still got guys that still operate in the mid-range. The mid-range will never go away. It's prevalent and with all the scorers, right? And just to get back to the point, and then we'll conclude with the panel thing. I think is a thing where I think they take it. I think it just needs to have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just really just, they want it to be all successful, but they just have different ways of talking ball. And I think what happens is they both have these slight versions of disrespect that they feel because they feel like Ticket brings out the I play thing too much and try to just say, it doesn't matter what the logic is because I played, listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about, I don't think so, but that's what their perception is. And on the other side, they're looking at him like, you didn't even make the league, bro. You just hit D-League. Like, that's the way that they look at it.
They ain't never said that. If they ever said that, I would be crying.
No, but that's the way that they move on the panel. You see what I'm saying, Breezy? Like,
right, but what I'm saying is I never heard them vocalize that. Maybe they might have said that shit, but I ain't never really heard them say that
in a slick way. They would do it like, you know what I mean? Like, the thing about Mars is that Mars is not confrontational, but he'll say slick stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is Ticket pick it up. He see what's going on. He gonna assume the words. You feel what I'm saying? And it just roll the balls into that, and it turns into this back and forth. And like I said, I think it's honestly is just a difference in how they view basketball. They kind of agree on a lot of the stuff. A lot of times they kind of agree and they see their point, but obviously it's entertainment too. So Ticket's gonna be like, forget all that agreeing stuff. I might agree with y'all, but nah, like if I don't, then we about to turn it up. Like, and I get it because it's like, you want to garner the attention. Look at Gilbert Arenas. He be bugging with Rashawn McCants, right? Because Rashawn McCants will say some wicked, and he be like, wait, what? And they'll just start barking on each other.
Context. I wanted to ask you, because this is what I thought was a good question. I was watching this show, the panel, after Ox and Ticket had the debate. And he asked Ox, do you really think that the Suns is going to win it? Or was you just debating that? I thought that was a very good question. I thought that was very good because at the end of the day, him being a Sacramento King fan, he didn't pick the Sacramento Kings. I wanted to know why. And Ticket asked him that question. I think Ox said something to the effect like, nah, I don't think they're going to win it because of et cetera and so on. But I'm gonna ask you though, context matter. Like, who you a fan of any team specifically or in general? Like,
so like just to keep it, I don't really at this point, like I don't have favorite teams anymore. I kind of, the older you get and you understand basketball and you understand the business of basketball, the NBA and stuff like that, it's hard to be a fan of one team. I'm more like I enjoy watching players. I got favorite players, but I'm always home team. Since we got. It's only right if we got Brooklyn Nets, I'm going to ride with Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks K, you know what I'm saying? There's always Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? But as far as, I don't really have a favorite team no more. I kind of, my pops was a big New York Knicks fan, but I grew up on Jordan. So I was, you know what I mean? And so I grew up on Jordan, but like the ending part, like, seeing, he was a Knicks fan. So all I got to see was like, Jordan and Knicks games and all that, you know what I'm saying? So like I remember that from a youth, but growing up, my favorite player was Braun. My favorite player was Braun. My favorite point guard was Baron Davis. My favorite two guard was at that time was Jason Richardson was my favorite two guard.
Tap that like
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I got like, it's I just appreciate basketball at that point. I'm a basketball junkie, you feel me? But
that's what's up. But I was asking that to say, do you think that the Suns is gonna come out the West or the Lakers, or
Well,
who you like in the West?
okay, so that's a loaded question, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna still wait. I'm gonna still wait. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to jump off the moon. This is the way I look at it, Breezy, and I'll keep it a band with you. The way that I evaluate basketball, I wait till about like 25 games to make my first kind of assessment, because you know, obviously, even right now, Devin Booker almost just got injured on the Suns. You feel what I'm saying? Bradley
Bro,
Bill's not
I
there
didn't even
yet.
know
You
that.
feel what I'm saying?
I was just
Right.
hearing LaMelo Ball got hurt. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
So-
LaMelo got ball got. So all of these things is happening. We can't get a full, assessment of what's gonna happen. But I will say this. I'll give you this, right? I feel like Sacramento has an opportunity to make a big run. I think they need to make one more move to flip Harrison Barnes, but I think they could come out the Western Conference Finals. I think Denver's bench is a little bit shaky. I think it's going to work in the regular season, but I think when they find a good playoff matchup, I think it's not going to work. On the East Coast, I love what Brooklyn's doing in terms of like finding around these pieces. Hold on, I didn't even get a chance to talk about the Nets, man. Hold on, let me give some credit where credit is due, man. Let me just show real quick, and then we get into the East, and then if you got to wrap it up, it's all good. Yeah. So for me, salute to the Nets. I've been definitely paying attention to them. Definitely enjoyed Cam Thomas. Thank God Jack Vaughn decided to finally let him out of the cage, right? Salute to him for having that wherewithal.
Now, for real.
Right. What's kind of disappointing for me, man, is Mikal Bridges. I thought so here's my thing. I love the ability that he has without the ball, right? Moving without the ball, shot making, defense, all of these things. It's the shot creation for me that's a little bit underwhelming. I thought he was going to be a little bit better of a shot creator. I think he gets bumped off his spots a little too easily. I think when he's playing, especially when he comes off pick and rolls, I feel like it's a lot of like one-handed like floaters, two-hand leaners, if it's not a straight line drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can take contact, but it's like it's like shaky. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
His dribble pull-ups cool. It's not as consistent. I thought he was gonna be just a more like polished, like half-court player. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's still under polished. I feel like he's still raw in certain situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like what they're doing, man. I like the energy. The defense. I feel like once they get is Claxton injured still or not?
Nah, he's healthy now. He played like the last 2 games.
He played the last 2 games. I feel like when he gets back into his mode and when he get they feet under them, I think it's gonna help out.
He had 4 blocks last game.
Right.
He hooping.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but not to what you said about my Bridges. What I will say is that on the defensive side of the ball, he's supposed to be more of a shutdown defender or known more for his defense and his offense. That's not necessarily true for the Brooklyn Nets. He put a lot of emphasis on him on the offensive side of the ball, and when he does, he doesn't have the same energy on the defensive side of the ball. But with Cam Thomas being in the lineup, it's intricate because of that very reason. It gives Mikal Bridges to be what he's best at, and that's the best off-ball player that the Brooklyn Nets got. He's great off the ball. If you watch old school ball, Reggie Miller. I ain't saying he's as good as Reggie Miller, but he has that style. He
definitely understands like where to cut, how to cut, 4 or 5 cuts, cutting through the lane. Like I think he gets that, and this is why I want you to continue, but I just want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the injury of Ben Simmons took away that part in specific? Because in my opinion, I feel like Cam Thomas and Dinwiddie, they don't understand the timing of his style. If that makes sense, if you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like he flashes, they miss him. So he got to come back around on the other screen and catch it and take a tough shot instead of getting that first cut that he had. You dig what I'm saying? It's kind of like and you see how you say Reggie Miller? He reminds me of Luol Deng the way he plays off ball. Remember Luol Deng from Chicago?
Yeah,
always moving. They Gilbert Arenas talked about it. He said, Luol Deng every time he catch it, he's on the move when he's catching it. Same thing like Mikal. He want to be on the move and get it. But I agree with you. But go ahead, continue.
But to add to that, I see in his game, because last season I seen it, and I heard honestly, one of those commentators said, one color commentators like, yo, he's one of the better 3-point shooters on the spot up in the corner. And that was because Devin Booker was creating for him. You know what I mean? Like he just stayed there until Devin Booker get doubled or something like that. And the defense react to with Devin Booker or Ayton pick and roll or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And he be in that corner just knocking down that three. He was doing some of that, but the play development side of Mikal Bridges is like he became an offensive player where he was playing on ball more than he was playing off ball. He played a lot of off ball because he didn't have to create because of Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
Agreed.
But now he's good at it, but it takes a lot away from his defense when he has to do that. So when Cam Thomas is there, he can keep that same energy and be that impactful on the like it's two types of playmakers context, right? It's two types of playmakers. There's playmakers on the offensive side of the ball and his playmakers on the defensive side of the ball.
And I believe he's definitely a defensive playmaker.
So but he can't, and I won't say he can't. It's a lot to ask of Mikal Bridges to be both playmakers on the offense and defensive side of the ball. On nights where we need Mikal Bridges to be a playmaker on the offensive side of the ball, it's a tall ass to ask Mikal Bridges for to do it on be a playmaker on the defensive side of the ball. But if Cam Thomas is there and he's all being the playmaker on the offensive side of the ball, just scoring the ball, making the defense react, like double shit like that, where he can push out. With again, Mikal Bridges, I've seen him catch defenders sleeping. They'll think he'll stay on the 3-point line. He'll use the back door. Yeah, like, oh, all right. Yeah, he's a smart player. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, again, I think it's interesting they talking about Cam Thomas being back next game for the 30th. But I think they shouldn't rush him back if we playing the Charlotte Hornets. They ain't got LaMelo Ball. We should be able to take care of them. But I don't want to argue that this is a good, an easy game not an easy game, but a good game for Cam Thomas to come back and get some runs. So.
That's fair. That is, I agree with that. If he's 100, like if he's 100 and he's ready to go and he don't feel no hiccup, no nothing like that, I think we should just let him get some run. But I'm with you though. I wouldn't rush it if it's anything under less than 100. I don't care. Like, yo, blah blah blah. No, we gotta make sure for sure. Like, you good. You don't feel like you're gonna get injured again. Like, let's make sure that we good and get it situated, because I feel like you for Mikal to work, and I agree with you 100%. Cam Thomas needs to be on the floor. For Mikal Bridges to give you what they're hoping, I think that they're hoping for Mikal to give them. I think you got to, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that too, you got to look at it like this, right? Dinwiddie, you got to find him. You got to open your eyes, my boy. You got to open your eyes, son. You're missing look. Okay, I'm glad you have these stats up, right? Yeah. Points in the league. Y'all can put the ball in the bucket. Yeah, 11th in the league. Cool. But look at the assists. 14.
Yeah,
you got 26 assists a game. You know what I'm saying? That means that there are plays that you guys are missing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting y'all to be Indiana, you know what I'm saying, where you just, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, y'all missing a lot of opportunities. And the two guys that you traded for aren't elite shot creators. So you need to have good ball movement, you know what I'm saying, to make them. Look at Cameron Johnson and Mikal Bridges. These guys that you traded for, remember, you traded for them. And so you can't play them out of their position. Play them in their position and then layer onto it. I don't know. There's certain situations I feel like I need to sit down with Jack Vaughn and pull his beard and ask him, what are you doing in this situation, bro? I need to really ask you what you doing, Jack, because you bugging out sometimes. We could go by the pier, you feel me? We go by the promenade or some shit like that. Let me go holler at you, bro. Let me take a stroll take a walk with me, bro. What are you doing, gang? You feel me? It's crazy.
Yeah, I really feel like because it's a team thing and nobody got to be a dominant player on either side of the ball. That's the strength. DFS been really big for even helping the Mikal Bridges because he spaces the floor too. You know what I mean? Again, Mikal Bridges, the best off-ball player that we got. He's the one running around screens, like making his defender work. If you ever see somebody get chased, watch the defender trying to guard Mikal Bridges. Like, he gotta be tired. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, and Cam Thomas, he in the lineup, like it's just a lot. Like you got to watch Cam Thomas on ball and Mikal Bridges off ball. Like it's a lot. That's why that game where you see Cam Thomas go for plus 40, respectfully, Mikal Bridges had a clean 31, shooting above 5%. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that the duo was going to be CJ and Mikal Bridges, and it's looking like it a little bit now, but it looked like it could be more Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas, which led me to believe that Mikal Bridges is just a good teammate. You know, he did develop in a way where he became a better rebounder with the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I mean? He could facilitate a little bit, but he became a better rebounder. And to your point, you know, we fell off on the assist, and we would be better if we had Ben Simmons or DSJ. The only point guard we got right now is and we got Wofford running the backup, you know, point, like bringing up the ball and whatnot. So that's what we got, and that's why we 14th in assists. But I'm surprised that we first in rebounding. You know, if you watch the Nets, if you're a Nets fan, if you know the Nets,
there's y'all not like this big brolic team, so it's crazy that y'all first. That's really surprising.
No, we don't have a dominant rebounder. We got good rebounding. We don't have like Andre Drummond that's going, or Jokic or rack up 15 points. I mean 15 balls or some shit like that. Now we got Mikal getting 10. We got this CJ getting 5. We got Cam Thomas getting 6. I seen Cam Thomas with 6 boards one game. I was
they crashed boards. And I think that's why also too, like I feel like that's why kind of your defense might take a hit, because you know, transitional defense. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all all crashing boards, which is fair. I understand why you need to crash boards. I get it, because you're not a big team. Like you said, you don't got some big guy could just, you throw him on the thing and he just clean the glass for y'all. So you gotta kind of do it by committee. But what happens is, right?
Daron Sharp, though. You know about Daron Sharp?
Of course. I know about Daron Sharp. Yeah, for sure. He's like 6'9", like about 6'9".
Yeah,
good wing.
Yeah, 6'10". He got a knack for being around the basket, man.
For sure. I agree. Is there any let me see. Is there any matchups in the playoffs that you think that you're looking forward to, based off, like, you know, what you think is going to be in the playoffs as far as the Eastern Conference? Is there anything, like, is there a particular matchup that you would want Brooklyn to get into if they got into the playoffs?
Yeah. I would somebody want to play the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be good for the city. You know, if it's first round, second round, third round, I'm with it. You know what I mean? You know, for real, like I got a whole podcast called KBN Who Run the City, the podcast. And, you know, we was down when we started the podcast, you know what I'm saying? And Knicks fans, they could brag about having a head-to-head. But, you know, Nets fans like me seeing it happen where we tied it, then we took the lead and we ain't give it back since. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be talking my shit, you know what I mean? We got like an annual barbecue that we do. You know what I'm saying? We really be out there hooping. Like, we already got games set up and shit. It should be fun.
Oh, that's fine. Where y'all doing it? Downtown? Y'all doing it downtown?
Yeah. We doing it downtown at Brooklyn Park, where the Brooklyn Nets be practicing in the park.
Word. I'll definitely pull up.
It's fun, man. I'll be out there bowling, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't play much. Like I got like 2 games in me. I'm older, you know what I'm saying? I'm not out there playing 5-6 games. Now I mean, I get like 2-3 games in.
You good money.
I came home one day. I went straight to sleep. I was done. Like, what? I was out there hooping. I brought my son out there. It be just love out there. I met fans from you know, just doing this. I met the Nets fans for the first time out there. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was even a fan put me on, like told me about the BK block. I was going to the games. That was last season. I'm not part of the BK block this season, but my guy Jay part of the BK block. You know what I'm saying? Like going to the games, part of the fans that be chanting, like, you know, that's what the BK block is. Like you responsible as a fan to yell or chant. The other fans could chill, they could be high or low, they could go to
the but you gotta you gotta go crazy.
Right. So like you hype up the rest of the crowd. Like you gotta be a fan, one of those fans to do it. Like I did it before. It was an experience and it was fun.
That sound like a dope experience. It's kind of like
it was
those hype crowds, like the hype crowd section, and they kind of like you kind of amping up everybody else and all that, and you're just always on 100. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
No, it is. I think I might go to the game tomorrow too, man. I might go to the
Fire,
game tomorrow too.
fire. I was actually I'm debating on what game I want to go to, because I was gonna before my my girl's B-day, I'm gonna probably go to a game because we're gonna go to Puerto Rico and shit. So I want to go to a game and then we just dip out, we just fly out, you know what I mean, on some wave shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look for a game. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm trying to get, like, I really want to see the Timberwolves because I want to see Ant play. But I don't know if they playing. I gotta look at the schedule. I gotta double check to see the schedule and all that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I wanted to ask you too was in terms of, I want to ask you another thing too, in terms of, like, is there what move would you make? Obviously, judging by the team right now, I don't know what's your opinion of the team. I don't know if you think that this is a championship team. But what is your thoughts right now so far based on the roster? Like, how do you feel? Like, what are your chances in terms of championship roster? Or do you feel like there's a piece that you guys missing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's your evaluation of the Brooklyn Nets so far? I'm very curious.
I didn't really have a championship contenders. I had us more of a player development team. I seen that early in the 17 games. I've seen it in Mikal Bridges becoming a better rebounder. I've seen it in Cam Thomas being instrumental in the offense. That's player development. Shit, he went from 10 points to 29 points. That's 19 points. Shit, so are you not impressed?
Right.
19-point jump high. He not MIP. That's
you would have thought he took a bean, bro. You thought he took a bean and just started elevating, boy. You hear me?
Right, man. Yeah, I always, again, me as a fan, I always believed in Cam Thomas, but I digress. DFS, all of the times the fans was ready to give up on him in those 28 games. I knew, like, yo, stay with him, man. If we trade him, we're going to be looking for a player like him. So you might as well keep 100%. Him. You know what I'm saying? So it's good business to keep DFS. And
he's a better Taurean Prince to me. He's like a better Prince.
His defense is better. And he shoot a little better, you know what I'm saying? He can space the floor a little more. You know what I mean? You're a small forward in Taurean Prince. They know you're gonna go right there. But DFS, if he get a mouse in a house situation, he gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna give him that. You just hope he by the 3-point line. You ain't gonna give him the paint. So he knocking down that elbow three, and he knocking down that corner three. So if he can knock it down from those two spaces on the basketball court, then you really creating a lot of space for your teammates to run pick and rolls and do screens. And like players like Mikal Bridges, where he could run, since he's such a good off-ball player. You know what I'm saying? He could do what he does, and DFS complements a Mikal
with the spacing, with the spacing, right.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I think because of the way the team looks talent-wise, I think we could go far in the playoffs. We could make a deep run. Definitely got us winning one playoff game. We got swept twice in 2 seasons.
Right, yeah, so that was nasty. That Philly one was nasty last year. I'm not gonna hold you. It was nasty work, gang.
That's right. That's for sure. I definitely got, you know what I mean, hope for that. You know what I mean? But that being said, I feel like, you know, with us at full health, to be honest, I only seen Cam Thomas for only 5 games that shit hurt as a Nets fan. Ben Simmons, not so much. I knew he wasn't going to be reliable. You know what I mean? No sub to him. But I don't think he's the X factor in the Nets winning or losing. You know, I think Cam Thomas being consistent in the roster, in the rotation with the Brooklyn Nets, it's going to be big success for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know the ceiling. I'll be honest. I don't know the ceiling. I debated a Laker fan because he asked me the same question in a way where he was debating me, and he said a lot of stuff, but it was based on last year. But where he failed to realize this is a new group, and it's a hard debate to have for one, and for two, he the one who picked the debate. But when he asked me, I say I think the Nets could go to the second round. But when I listen to, I'm like, yo, listen, man, I won unanimously, you know what I'm saying? But I thought I could have did better, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the locker room or whatever.
Shout out to the locker room, man.
Like I said, man, I keep it respectful, man. It's all basketball, man. So watch your fan tone when you're talking to me, man.
Watch your mouth, you heard? Watch your mouth.
Watch your fan tone, man.
Right. But the reason why I asked was just moving forward, like that's a great analysis. I agree with you 100%. Like the way I look at it, this is a kind of fill out year. Let's see how it works out. Let's see what Cam looks like with these guys, right? Can we play?
That's what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah.
again, like all right, you remember Tex, you asking me this question 17 games in. You know what I'm saying? He's 17 out of 82. And I was telling Leaf this. I was like, yo, bro, you always do this to me. You talk to me like it's an NFL schedule, bro.
Right.
If it was the NFL, bro, we fucked, bro.
Right.
Like it's nothing else to say, man. If we done and this the NFL, we're done. Stick a fork in it, it's fucking done. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly. But it's an NBA schedule. Like I'm just asking, I'm telling Leaf, like I'm fucking damn near pleading with him, like, yo, bro, remember it is a NBA schedule. If it was an NFL schedule, I you know what I mean, I had to give you that, but I can't give you that, bro. I can't give you that in the NBA.
Listen.
And then he'll be like,
old and senile. He's panicking. When he see one thing go back, he's gonna jump out the window.
Yo, Tex. But then he'll tell you like, yo, I see us winning the championship and nobody else in the world. I'll be like, yo, bro, just tell me how.
He is top five, son. He is top five.
I want to believe that. Tell me how you got there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, walk me through this, Leaf. How did you get to A to Z, son? Like he don't even tell you how you get from A to Z. One day he end up in A. And then tomorrow he's at Z, and you say, "Yo, how did this happen, bro?"
Nah,
and he don't tell you how. He just tell you what's happening. He be like, "Yo, nah, this was gonna happen." I'm like, "All right, Leaf, you got it."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Being here, this is where you do it, man. You do it here. I want to hear it. He always say, "Yo, I got friction when I go other places." This is not a safe place. It's a safe place for next. Shout out to Claude Smith. He said injuries are our biggest concern, and having the next man not ready to contribute with Ben is important. I think Ben. He said also Dinwiddie missed only one game this season. We could be thankful for that considering injuries to Ben Diaz and Cam T. That's a fact. Where would we be without Dinwiddie coming to save the Nets fans' day?
The last game I saw with Dinwiddie, I saw him hitting mad threes back to back, and I was losing my mind. I said, "Yo, what?" I said, "This is how he got his sneaker deal." Because every time I watch Dinwiddie like in a full game, he never goes crazy. I always got to catch him like in third quarter. I see him bang, couple of threes. I'm like, yo, I don't be Dinwiddie is probably he's the starter version of Jordan Clarkson for me. Like when he's on, it's cool, but when he's off, I don't understand what he's doing. If that does that make sense? Like I be like sometimes like I feel like he's poised. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel like he takes dumb shots. I be trying to figure out like why he thought that was gonna work. Like there'd be some moments I'd be like, him and CJ McCollum, like the game be flowing, everybody getting their shots, they doing their thing. Then they come up with a pull-up three, and you like, yo, bro, what do you why? But that's the game now. You know what I'm saying? That's the game.
Yeah, but
shout out to Dinwiddie. He's definitely the integral part, like, and he's definitely holding it down. I don't want to take anything away from Dinwiddie, right? I just feel like Dinwiddie's role as a point guard, I think we've taken away, and don't get me wrong, he's a great ball handler. And obviously you guys don't have no other ball handlers right now, so you got to run him at the one. But to me, Dinwiddie's
Dinwiddie right now. You serious?
No, he's a two, gang. He's a two, bro. To keep it a bear, he's a two. So like, moving forward, like I would ask you, like, is there a particular trade, that you think would change how you looked at the team and kind of get them to another level?
Yeah, perhaps, but I'm not gonna lie. I think part of the success of the Brooklyn Nets is running an 8, 9, 10-man rotation for Jacque Vaughn. So seeing him go to the bench and for us to see the bench pull up, do big things. Monty Brooks, what's his name?
Yeah, shout out to Monty Brooks. Shout out to Monty Brooks. For sure.
Trendon Watford, Royce O'Neal. These players been showing up big off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like really, I mean, Royce O'Neal had 6 for 12 from the 3-point line off the bench. Lonnie Walker, they saying he's in conversations for being 6th man in the year.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lonnie. Oh my god, yo! Every time I see him on my screen, boy, this boy's doing something amazing, bro. He's doing something amazing. Shout out to Lonnie Walker.
Yo, they say, oh, he corkscrewed it. I was like, yup. That's exactly what he did. Like, yo, bro, nice, man. He just
he get
go
busy.
up.
He get busy.
He got, you know, remember back in the day they say hang time. He got hang time, man.
Yeah, he got hang time, bro. He got hang time. Like, to me, I feel like he's what Lonnie Walker plays well, like the confidence when he plays when he's confident is what I thought DSJ was gonna come with. I'm really disappointed in DSJ. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Now, don't get me wrong. He found out a role. He carved the niche with the Nets, which is great, and I think he's doing great on the Nets, to be honest with you. But I was very high when he came out of North Carolina State, bro. When he came out of North Carolina, I thought he was gonna be one of them ones. Like, I thought he was gonna be like a baby Baron Davis. Like, I thought he was gonna be, you know what I mean? Like one of them one. Like, okay, you see how Malik Monk play? I thought DSJ was gonna play like that.
But I think he did find his game on the defensive side of the ball more. I agree. Like, instead of trying to be an explosive scorer, play defense first. Because if this guy scores 0, I don't need to score 10 if the guy that I'm guarding to score 0. I just need to score 2 or 4 points because it's 4 more than the guy that I'm guarding. I think he's one of those players like that. Like, but it works. And it works for the Nets. We need a shutdown defender. We need somebody that's going to play 94
attack, especially for point guard. For a point guard, that's great for y'all, for sure.
Yeah. Nah, we need that. Yo, shout out to you, Context Matter, man. It's late, man. I've definitely got to get up early, man. I didn't even realize the time. Shout out to Leaf. Leaf usually be here late too, man.
Yeah, you rock out with you.
Yo, but again, we doing a recap later tonight, man. So pull up for that, man. If you ain't doing
I'm tapped in, gang. You already know I'm tapped in. I appreciate the shout out for NSB on Friday. We know we're gonna tap in, so tap into that. And I got you, man. I'll support you, man. Like I said, I'm tapped in to subscribe. Whenever I'm in, I can tap in. I got you, my guy. You already know. It's always Brooklyn love, my guy.
All right, words. Brooklyn love, spread love, man. Nets fans is the best fans. Every other fans is cool, man. But
yeah.